see that. What's good, y'all? All right. Hit me with the thumbs up. If y'all can hear me, make sure everybody can hear me. We loud and clear. What's happening? What's up? What's up? What's up? Bet. Appreciate that. What up? What up? What up? Let's get into some things, man. Let's get into some things, man. Mm-hmm. What's up with y'all? What up, Tiff? What up, Rita? Uh-huh. No sound? Okay. That's why I was asking. I had to make sure everything was righteous over there. I hope everything's on there. Yes, yes. Oh, hold on. All right, what about now? What the sound sounding like now? Hopefully it sounds good. It's better. Okay, cool. I just have to turn it up on the headphone situation. All right. Bet, man. Bet. It's cool on TikTok. Yeah, we good. I know on TikTok we straight. It's always good. Sounds good on YouTube. Okay, cool. Cool. Hopefully I changed the format of the screen. Hopefully y'all can see better on YouTube's too. Todd said pink pack. Yeah, man. Let's talk about it though. Let's talk about it. Dating wasn't ruined, it's always been bad. Dating wasn't ruined, it's always been bad. Oh, your headphones was low. Hey, it be like that sometimes. Yeah. What up, Em? So, um, what up, Reach? So here's the thing. um, I I be talking about relationship dynamics a lot, even though it's it's one of I like talking about other stuff. What up, June? I like talking about other stuff more. I ain't gonna lie. Relationship dynamics aren't really they're like the they're like the last thing that's a like the politics dictate our interpersonal relationships. You know what I'm saying? So I would rather focus on like the bigger picture, but I think it's easier to show how relationship dynamics I think it's easier to show how the bigger picture affects us every day if you talk about relationship dynamics, if that makes sense. So I talk about it. So I'm in these spaces often. I'm communicating with people often, and the way that we talk about dating, and I mean probably forever, even back when I was dating 20 years ago ish, was, it was always like, oh, I can't find a good man nowadays. I can't find a good woman nowadays. Dating is so hard now, yada, yada, yada. Um, has always been hard and has always been bad. I mean, it's always been hard for women. I think getting a date was you can say it's hard for men, and getting a date is a part of dating, but if you don't get a date, then you're not dating. You dig what I'm saying? So I can't really, getting a date is definitely harder for men, but dating, like the actual event itself, is exceedingly hard for men. For women, is really hard for women. So what I have what I have seen is that it's never been easy for women. It's never been fun. It's never been pleasant. It's never, you know what I mean? It's never that's just never been the case. It's typically just been like a headache, for women. To me, that's what that's my best, by my best estimation. It's just been like really, really hard for women to date. And thus dating has always been bad. It's talking about dating nowadays, acting like talking about dating nowadays, acting like, oh man, it was so much better 50 years ago is crazy. Who was it better for? When was dating? When was it good? When was dating good for women? Exactly. I don't blame you for quitting. But when was dating good? It was better for men back in the day. Yeah. Again, I think dating, I think dating is very easy for men once you talk, like once we're talking about dating itself, it's easy for me. Like the date itself is easy for me. You know what I mean? Um, it should be easy. Men complicate it, don't get me wrong, but it should be easy. But when is it ever easy for women? And when is it ever like when has it ever favored women, or and not even favor, it don't have to favor women. When has it ever been like equal for women is my, you know what I'm saying? Like is my question, I guess. I guess. So I haven't seen it. Yep. The coffee date thing is 100% connected to women. The coffee date thing is 100% connected to men dating a bunch of women. I got y'all in the queue. Don't even trip. I got it. Y'all know I got a little process we got to get through. Um, but yeah, that's what I'm seeing nowadays. Or I won't say nowadays, but again, I never paid attention to it. Mars said the economy ruined dating. No, it didn't. It didn't. The thing about the economy is if everybody is poor, then the dates the dates will like, which everybody is poor. You know what I'm saying? Like if everybody's working class, then where's the expectation? Like women aren't expecting you to take them to Nobu. Like the average woman ain't out here thinking you're gonna take them to Morton Steakhouse and spend $300 on them every single time you go out on a date. You know what I mean? Like if working class people are dating working class people, they're expecting working class dates. So the economy ain't ruined nothing. The economy ain't ruined a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? You definitely you could be intentional. You could do all of that stuff and not break the bank. Yeah, flowers cost $20. I don't even think they cost that much. If you go to Trader Joe's, they cheap as hell. Trader Joe's flowers are beautiful. They very, very affordable. Very affordable. That's if you want to buy flowers though. Like I'm not a flowers guy. That's not my thing. But if my wife liked flowers, I would buy her. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not into buying women flowers. Like that's not the way that I show up. But if my wife liked flowers, which she doesn't, if she liked flowers, she likes flowers. She likes to grow them. She likes to look at them. She doesn't like you just to give her a bouquet of flowers. She thinks it's somewhat of a waste, and I think I tend to agree with that. But yeah, for the women that like flowers, go buy her some flowers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, some people like them, some people don't. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is, but they're affordable, $5, $6, $7. You know what I'm saying? Ain't much to it. Ain't much to it. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, well, me and my wife were talking. You have to pick roses. Like you have to pick flowers, right? Like they die. They unalive eventually if you don't pick them. They wilt and die and unalive. They don't live. They don't live forever. You know what I'm saying? Like new ones come up all the time. So I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. But yeah, I just don't think that. I just don't really care. We got rose bushes in front of the house, and we don't like cut the rose. Like we don't cut the rose, and they just die. Like the roses just die. Like they don't grow forever. They don't keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. They bloom, they blossom, and then they have a life cycle. So I don't feel like it's that bad. It is kind of like that. Dating was always bad because there were always expectations of the woman beyond what the man provides. Yeah, start showing up to the dates with seeds and fertilizer, plant food. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think. You gotta use your mind. You gotta set yourself apart. Take the extra time. Oh my God. Show up with some soil, some seeds, and some damn plant food, man. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do, man. It's wicked work. I can't even have white on the shirt. Then the shirt brown. Here. If the shirt distracting y'all here, look. Here y'all go. Better? Just like that. We got action. Either way. Don't matter. It don't matter either way. I do not work for you. I do got a lot of brown though. Y'all fixing the roof. Nah, y'all tripping. Y'all crazy as hell. I ain't fixing shit. I'll fix a drink. I ain't fixing a goddamn thing. I just fixed the door in my office. That shit took me 2 days. There you go, Asia. Show up with good credit. I could do that. Great credit, actually. Dating isn't worth it. The woman always loses. Yeah, it's pretty tough. Memphis boy, fam, you that master simp. Cool story, Memphis 10 boy. We in this mother. Memphis, the male panderers have shown up. They showed up, y'all. We got Memphis 10 boy in here. The male panderers, man. It's a battle between what they like to call real men and male panders. The male panders, they follow the real men around saying weird shit. Oh man, the male panders is crazy. Y'all crazy as hell. I could never. The male panda bears. They love pandering to men. Look at them. They love going where the men are and pandering them. Oh look, we got a male pander in the comment section. We got that king. Look, this that white knight right here. This the male pander. Right?
White knight is crazy.
You the male white knight, my nigga. You love men. Hey, but you know what though? And I don't even mean that in a sexual way. You just love men. You just love, you know what I'm saying?
I love who?
You love men. Like you like the brotherhood. You real.
That's no. Being part of the brotherhood and loving men is two different things. But okay.
But you don't gotta love men to be a part of the brotherhood.
And again,
you don't have to love men to be a part of the brotherhood.
No, the way that you're trying to put loving men is two different things. The brotherhood is an identify. No. You're saying that I'm GAY.
No, I'm not.
You are.
I'm not.
You said I love men. You said I love men.
You love me.
I don't. I see what you're doing here, but okay. I find it crazy. The reason why I came up here today is because you did send me that invite. I appreciate you, however. I wanted to address the pandering that you were talking about because I do find you as one of those brothers that do pander. And then to call me a white knight when you're dating outside, married outside of your race, married to a white T woman is even more outlandish. It's crazy.
Yeah, that don't have nothing to do with being a white knight. I don't think you know what a white knight is.
Okay.
It's not a race thing, just so you know.
Okay.
Did you know that, or you don't know that?
No, I did know that.
You did know. So
to use the word, to use the word white though, it's just like it's crazy to me. But okay.
Why is that crazy?
Huh?
E, you're only funny to you. You have to. The joke has to make sense to everybody for us.
No, I'm not. See, that's the thing though. You think I'm trying to be funny, and I'm being so serious.
You are.
No.
But if you're trying, but you being serious about something that is that dumb makes me. Are you just that dumb?
What I find dumb is that you do host topics and reference right to pander to black women, and you're not even married to one.
How do I pander to black women?
Your topics.
No, that doesn't answer the question. You have to be specific.
You host topics. You host topics that doesn't hold women accountable. You host topics that directly
accountable for what? Accountable for what? What am I holding women accountable for?
Let's talk about the single motherhood, right? You blame that strictly on men. You found
how does a mother become single?
How does a mother become single?
How does a mother become single?
Can I give you two answers, or do you want to hear the answer that you want to hear? That you want me to tell you?
No. I want you to just answer the question after I get done asking it. How does a woman? Because I don't care about the woman being single. That's neither here nor there. It's more about the kids being abandoned and or neglected by their father, right? When we talk about single motherhood, what's false?
That's false. Abandoned and neglected, false.
What's false?
That's not how a mother becomes single. That's not always
the reason what I said. That's not what I said.
Exactly what you just said.
That's not what I said. I said that's why I stopped you to make sure that we're talking about the same thing. Okay. I don't care about a woman being single. That's irrelevant to me. I don't care about that. A man could be single, a woman could be single, a mother, a father, I don't care. That's irrelevant. The only thing I care about is showing up for the children. As a father, that's the most important thing, right? Regardless of whatever may happen with me and my wife, I got to show up for my kids, right? So when we talk about single mothers, we're really talking about child abandonment. That's the real discussion that's being had in that discussion, right? And who is responsible for the vast majority of child abandonment?
But when you search up statistics on the single mother, it doesn't give you statistics or spread out the statistics on who. No, let me finish because I was quiet and let you talk.
I know.
So are we gonna have a direct conversation?
Hold on. I asked you a direct question that you didn't answer. You're not answering.
I'm not telling you the answer you want to hear, but I'm answering your question.
No, you're not answering it.
Okay, so can I ask you a question real fast? Are we gonna have
no?
Are you gonna allow me to speak, or are you gonna mute me?
I will allow you to speak as soon as you answer my question. The only way you're gonna be able to speak.
I'm just not answering in the way you want me to answer it.
Yes, and if you don't answer it the way I want you to, I'm going to drop you.
Okay, so cool. So go ahead and drop me then, because the conversation is pointless. Thank you.
Yeah. If you can't answer the question, why are we having a discussion? Like, what are we doing here? That doesn't even make sense. It's a direct question. If the woman is, if the children are being abandoned, which that's the, who cares about a woman being single? Does anybody in here give a fuck if a man or a woman is single? I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less if you're single. I couldn't care less if you got if you got two women. I don't care. I don't care. Nobody cares about that. Motherhood is connected to children. That's what I would hope we're talking about. Come on up, Daniels. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. If you get invited up and you don't come up, you can get muted. And then you can come up and get unmuted. Go ahead.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, man?
I don't like that you unmuted me.
You don't like what?
that you muted me.
I got you. I hear you. Yeah.
Anyway, the apps are the reason, and it's obvious. I don't know why it's even a question.
Okay. How did the apps ruin it?
Because it made people more accessible to each other, and it made people lazy about getting to know each other for real.
Wait, within the apps, I mean, could you get to know a person?
Hookup apps.
Are you on Grindr or something? What's a hookup app?
Yeah, and a million other people too. Straight women getting on there. It's a lot.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure something out. Okay, so the apps make you not be able to learn to know a person? Because the reason why I'm asking is because hold on, wait, Daniel.
No, but obviously it makes people lazy and complacent. You know what I mean?
Daniels, please answer my question because I must be missing something because I haven't been on the apps.
It wasn't always bad. That affected the dating scene.
I got you. This is what I'm trying to figure out though. When I was dating, you met a woman or a man in person, and then y'all talked on the phone, right? And then like you would get their number most of the time. Then you would talk on the phone.
Shut the fuck
and then
up. People like.
Do you want to get banned or what do you want to do? Or do you want to have the conversation? Because I'm literally talking to you. I don't know who you're talking to or what you're talking about, but please don't do that. Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to figure out how the apps ruin dating, but I'm not saying the apps didn't make it. You can say the apps made dating worse. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you the apps made dating worse. Right? I won't even argue with you about that. You still have to tell me why. But what I want to know is though, how did the apps ruin it? Because like I said, if I met a woman back in the day, I got her number, we talked, and based on that conversation or those conversations, we would figure out if we wanted to date one another, if we wanted to go out on a date, right? I would see, whatever, right? Then I would ask her out. That's most of the time, that's how it would happen. You meet a person on an app, you talk, you see if you want to go out on a date with one another, and then you go out on a date. I'm missing something. I'm not understanding. Like, what's the difference? To me, it's not the app, it's the men. The men were always terrible. The apps didn't make the men terrible. The men were always terrible. The dating apps just expose how terrible the men are. It didn't make men worse. The men were always like that. It was always a numbers game for men. Always. So I'm trying to understand, how did the apps make it worse? Or how did the apps make it, like, they didn't make men worse. Men were already bad. Men were already That's how men dated. They just, you know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, men didn't have as many options. But the men who had a lot of options, they did the same shit motherfuckers doing on apps. They did the same shit. We get a bunch of numbers. We call a bunch of women. We text them. We date, we date a handful of them at one time. We see however many of them we could lay with. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were doing the same shit. We're doing the same shit. I promise you, it was the same shit. We used to jump on party lines, go to the club, be at school, at work. You get a girl from work, you get a girl from school, you get a girl from the club, you get a girl from the mall. Like, that's what it was. I don't understand. And you talk to them and you text them. Only difference was you had to wait until after 9 or 8, depending on what carrier you had to talk to. That was the only difference. Why would I ever get tired of talking about men? Maruto, all you do is talk about women. You don't find that to be odd? The funny thing is that I'm a man. Listen to what I'm saying. Here's the thing I never understand about men who try to come after me. I am a man talking about men to men. Like, that's my goal. My goal is to talk about men to men as a man. A nigga like Maruto, go look at his page. He got a bunch of dumbass videos where he think he being deep, but the shit is like surface level at best. He not saying nothing, and he be talking to women 80% of the time or talking about women. Why? Unless you're trying to hunch, unless you're doing it for the attention of women and you want to sleep with a bunch of women or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's your goal, then fine, go do that. I'm not going to, do your thing. But I don't give a fuck. I am literally a man talking to men about men. I'm really not understanding, why is that a problem? Why would I ever get tired of talking about the shit that men do? Have men stopped doing it? Look. I promise y'all, you have my word. You have my word. The day men shape up is the day I'll stop talking about men. Deal? Deal? You have my word. The day men shape up is the day I'll stop talking about me. I swear to you. I swear that's gonna be the most glorious day. The day when I can retire. I'm gonna retire like, y'all remember how Thanos retired? That's how I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be on a distant planet, growing some weird ass fruits and shit with my kids. Go ahead, Harley. I got you right now, Marudo. Let Harley go and then I got you. Go ahead.
Hi, Bob. Hi, everybody. I just want to say, because I think you're really good at analogies. I've been listening to you for about 2-3 weeks now. So, the previous man that was referring to dating apps making it difficult for men to make decisions, it's kind of like how people blame on, okay, grocery stores now, right? When you go to the grocery store, it's like you go to the cereal aisle, there's 17 different cereals you can pick from, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you know what you're looking for, you're not distracted. My kids love cornflakes, or I love whatever the case may be. So it's like, why is that distracting to you if you already know what you're looking for?
Mm-hmm.
So that's I just feel like it's a falsehood, right? And then they say, I've also heard the argument that oh, you women, you think you're so pretty, but then I can go on Instagram and see so many pictures of beautiful women, but you don't have access to those women. You don't have access to them. So it's like, why is that even in your conversation, on your lexicon? You don't have access to them. Forget that. If I know I like cornflakes and I go to the cereal aisle, I'm going straight to the cornflakes. Why are you being distracted by oh, there's cinnamon puffs or whatever the case may be? Why is that distracting, right? So I feel like that's a falsehood. It's kind of there's another word I'm trying to find, but I just find that to be BS, in my opinion. You're basically admitting that you don't know what you like. So you see this array of products and you just get distracted left and right. You're not making a point. Like you're basically telling us you don't know what you want and you're being influenced by marketing being social media being Instagram, et cetera, et cetera. I could go down the road, but like, does that make sense?
Yeah, you make perfect sense. Men do. I disagree because men know what they want. What men want is any woman that wants them.
Exactly, which they would hope to be every woman, but unfortunately, it's not. It's not a grocery store. The women are the ones that are shopping. The men are the ones holding the shopping cart, which is kind of flipped off from real life, right? It's usually like the woman holding the shopping cart, putting things in, and the man just is following along with her. He's in the next aisle, looking at the steak or whatever the case may be. But like, I don't know that, like, that's my perspective. So it's like for him to say that like dating apps ruined like dating, no, they didn't. It's been ruined. It's been ruined
from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yep. You're
So
right.
it's like, and to that point, before dating apps were invented, 50, let's say 1950s, 1850s, 1750s, men could just walk outside. Technically, that was a dating app, right? Back in the day, because all dating apps do now is just they facilitate the more efficient meeting, I guess, of people, if you want to call it that. But like men have been doing this for centuries. Go outside and you can meet women. So how are you going to say that dating apps made it bad when you could have been doing dating apps made it bad when you could have been doing yep to what she said held 1850s. Yeah, exactly. It's like it's been going on for centuries. Walk outside. Men could walk outside dressed in a nice top coat, like some nice shoes, et cetera, and they could meet a woman. So it's like, how did dating apps change that? I feel like that's just an excuse. Uh, Hopefully that makes sense. Maruto, did you have her response to that? I don't know if I'm allowed to ask that. Yeah, it's showing pause on my side as well.
All right, what's good? Y'all got me? My bad, y'all. Phone died. We back at it like a crack addict. Come on back up, brother. We good. All right. My fault, y'all. I saw it dripping too. I saw the red. I was supposed to pull off my thing. I was like, damn. Marudo, where you go, brother? I don't know where he went. I invited him back up. There he goes. There you go, fam. We back. Thought I was doing the mannequin challenge. No, absolutely not. The video is synced up now? That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, brother. Thanks for coming up, Harley. Y'all could have kept talking.
We ain't had nothing to disagree about. So it really wasn't nothing, we was agreeing.
No.
But
I can't hear you. Are you talking?
Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Y'all hear?
I don't know. Can y'all hear me? Can the chat hear
You hear me? Oh, they can.
They can hear me. Hold on. I'm gonna drop down and
They
come
can
back.
hear but me. Says a little bit more sync now. Okay.
What about now? Can you hear me now?
All right. Yeah, it was me. It was my headphones. We good.
Yeah, I said me and her, we was quiet because me and her, we agreed. But what I was saying was, first off, I was gonna say, I didn't even know my videos done touch platforms like that. Appreciate you for watching, man.
Yeah, it's on my so I got a red pill like back like I got that's why on my feed I don't get red pill content. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't come through.
Not red pill content. I don't bash
brother
nobody.
Marudo. I'm telling you how I came across your content. I'm telling you what I can tell you what how my algorithm is set up. I only follow red pill influencers. I think I ended up following you from on my burner, and it is all red pill content, and you were all over. Just so you know, so the algorithm disagrees with you. You can say it ain't red pill. It is red pill. I've been. It is.
The most current video I just posted that went up, I was talking about goddamn Jeepers Creepers.
And no, it's not saying every video is red pill. It's just you are red pill.
Well, I'll take that. But anyway, my thing was this, right? So most of the time when I come up here, I don't ever really disagree with you. I really don't disagree with you. So even whenever I come up here, truth be told, you done see me in the comments a couple times. I was in agreement with you.
We done talked. We talked before. Yeah. So that's why I thought. But I don't think it's crazy. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's crazy that you said that because again, red pill men oftentimes are like on this like, oh, don't you get tired of talking about me? Why? Why would like if I'm anti-racist, it wouldn't make any sense for me to be like one day for you to be like, oh, don't you ever get tired of talking about white supremacy? No, that's my whole shit. Like, what do you mean? Of course, I'm always going to be talking about men and the problems that men perpetuate until we stop perpetuating the problem. Right?
To an extent.
To an extent.
Because I believe like this, right? Even if, like you said, you came across me because it said that I was red pill, right? But even with it coming across as quote unquote, if I was red pill, it's still other different branches of content talking about cars, anything else. Granted, how you found me, you know what I mean? But it's still other branches of stuff. My thing was like, okay, we get it. Majority of these niggas, I can't say it. Majority of these men are horrible. Okay. But it's like, what else is there to talk about sometimes? You know what I mean? I understand, but I don't know.
This sounds like tone policing. The reason why you're stumbling, it is. The reason why you're stumbling over your words because why wouldn't you? It wouldn't be on me to talk about something different. If you don't want to hear it, you don't have to hear it. That's fine.
You got a point.
But if I want to talk about this, and this is what I dedicate one of my platforms to, then why do you care? And here's why I was saying you're red pill, because that only triggers red pilled men. I don't give a fuck about what, like, I don't even care about racist white people talking about black people. Like, I just scroll past their shit. I screenshot it most of the time just because I'm doing like a scientific study at this point on how, you know what I'm saying, how dangerous these lives are. J-Man, please stop. How dangerous these lives are a lot of times. But yeah, I screenshot and I keep it pushing. I don't go in there and be like, don't y'all get tired of being racist white people? Like, no, that's what they want to do. They want to be racist white people. You got it.
Okay, yeah, I can agree with you on that, because I'm the same when people come in my comments. I be like, you ain't got to watch it, you choose to see it. So I can agree with you on that one. You're right.
Yeah, but there's a reason why but what I'm trying to help you understand is the reason why you feel like that is what you need to sit with. The reason, I know you're not, oh no, it ain't that shit. It is though. The reason why you feel like that is because of your misogyny. That's the reason you feel like that. You wouldn't, if you weren't misogynistic, you wouldn't feel like that. It would never, again, why would I know what's you know what I'm saying? Like, if you truly know what the problem is, and you know how serious the problem is, and you know who is perpetuating the problem the majority of the time, you would never ask me, don't you get tired of talking about men? No, hell no, I don't. I get tired of the things that men do. I'm more tired of the things that men do than I am talking about what men do. Right?
I feel you. You got it.
I'm gonna let J-Man go. Unless you want to answer the prompt. I would love for you to answer the prompt.
Oh, no, I agree with the prompt. When I was in here, I was agreeing with what you were saying. That's why me and her, she asked me the question. I was like, I agree 100% of what you were saying. So yeah, it wasn't no disagreements in the prompt at all. So no.
Okay. Yeah. J-Man, go ahead, brother. Oh, well, he went on teacup now. But yeah, it's to me, it's the issues are deep. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna talk about them because them motherfuckers is there, man. And men are not safe. We're not stable, man. We're not stable, unfortunately. I would love for us to be, but we're just not it. When J-Man come back, he can go. I don't know what's going on with him. Go ahead, J-Man.
Bro, you wanna know why I'm not stable?
Because you don't got no job?
Nah.
Oh.
It's because I ain't got $6 million in the bank. That's why.
Why 6? Why not 60?
That's the only thing wrong with me. What's wrong with you though? Like what? Like why you over here saying like we not stable and shit? Shit, that's the only thing. What's up? You good?
Yeah.
I don't think you good because you talk about some you unstable and shit and men unstable. Why is that your view on men, bro? I'm around great men. We is not unstable.
I mean, you're proving my point right now, but yeah.
I'm proving your point right now.
Hmm?
Okay, I would love to hear this.
You would love to hear how you are acting erratically, irrationally, and devoid of logic. That's what you're doing right now.
Okay, how am I doing that? How am I doing all of those things?
Because you just said, do you know why I'm unstable, which would then agree with what I was saying. And your answer was because you don't have $6 million. Now that sounds like something an unhoused person that talks to himself would say. $6 million? Like why? Where is that number coming from? And why do you need to make $6 million to be stable?
That's my goal.
Like, you don't make $60,000, but you like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird.
Oh my God, you got a lot to learn, my boy. You got a lot to learn, my boy.
And then this.
So the only way that you can get money is through having a $60,000 paying job.
No,
that's what I'm telling you right now.
That's a straw man argument. I never said that. I just said you don't. I didn't even talk about your profession. I just said you don't make $60,000 a year.
So what? Does that mean I have no money?
Yeah, I mean, unless you live with your mama and your daddy.
So like, you do understand like there's like so many ways to make money, right?
It's not about how you make the money. I'm just talking about the amount of money you make.
Right. Let's say even if let's say okay, mommy and daddy. Okay, I get mommy and daddy money.
Okay.
Mommy and daddy got great jobs. So if they paying me money, so what? I still got money in my pockets.
I'm not against it. I'm just
So,
saying you ain't got no. I'm just saying
what are you hating for, dude? Like what? Like so.
Where's
what?
the wait? Where's the hate? Where do
My
you
goal,
sense hate?
I'm telling you, my goal is to make $6 million. You trying to hate on me and call me all types of crazy shit.
Where do you know what hating is? How am I hating on you? Where's the hate coming from? What are you talking about?
Bro, listen how you sound. You live with mommy and daddy. Like,
I didn't say you live with mommy and daddy.
Calm down, bro. Is you good?
I said you could. I said unless you live with mommy and daddy. I don't know if you do or you don't. I was just saying if you don't even make $60,000 in this economy, you are broke.
Bro, I'm telling you that there's like so much ways that you can have money. Like
again, I didn't
so
say
how
many ways you can have money. I don't care if you got 15 side hustles. If they equal less than $60,000, you're poor.
But how much do you got invested? Like or like any in assets? How much
Bro,
do you have?
I don't know, bro. I own a house. I got a ton of money. Don't worry about it. Like, nobody
How much
cares.
do you have in assets though? What are you worth?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't count my pockets.
Bro, so I can tell you you're not making over like $400,000 a year. I can tell you that.
You can say that about anybody.
Or like, or no, I mean,
I'm not making over 400. Wow, what a fucking bar.
Okay, yeah, I said that wrong. I meant to say you don't have over $400,000 in assets. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, you don't got more than. Yeah, I think I'm positive. If you don't,
you think you're positive.
If you don't,
it's just weird. But it's weird though. Just don't have this conversation with me. I'm not the person to have it with. I couldn't care less.
If you don't count your pockets, you do not have a lot of money.
Again, this isn't true.
That is positive.
It's not.
If you don't count your pockets, you are not making a lot of money.
It's crazy. Well, I know how much money I make. I just don't like add up all my assets every day and go like I don't do that. That's not me.
Oh, every day? That's like a once a year kind of thing, buddy. Twice a year.
Yeah,
3
I don't
times
even do that.
Kind of thing, buddy.
Yeah, I don't.
So you don't even have financial literacy, my nigga, and you over here trying, man.
What do you mean? What is financial literacy?
Man, you a fraud, dude.
I'm a fraud. I'm not teaching financial literacy.
Man, you a fraud. You trying to teach politics, but you don't even got your you don't even got your.
Hold on, wait. Politics and finances are two different things. You got
yourself in order. You trying to teach politics? Come on.
How are they connected?
And then and not.
How are they connected?
Not only
how
that.
are they connected? How are they connected?
Hey, look, we're gonna go back to the topic. You know,
okay, yeah. I know. Okay. Look, brother, talking money with me is a lose-lose game because I don't give a fuck about money.
I didn't lose it, bro.
I don't care.
All right, bro. Dating wasn't ruined. It's always been bad. Dating's always been bad. I don't know, man. I gotta disagree with that. Why do you think dating's always been bad? Let me hear what you guys say on this one. I would love to hear it.
Why has dating always been bad? Because it was never about being good. It was always about manipulating women.
Okay.
And gaining access to women.
Okay. Oh yeah. So explain, dude.
Explain how men try to manipulate women?
Nah, I explain what you just said.
That's what I said. I was like, dating has always been a tactic to manipulate women.
Dating has always been okay. So now explain that then.
Like how men think that if you take a woman out on a date and she owes you smacks.
Shit, like, yeah, like, I ain't that type of nigga, but
that's irrelevant. Don't personalize it. It has nothing to do with you.
yeah, I mean, like we just having a talk. I'm talking to you like you one of my niggas. You feel me? Shit, like, shit. Goddamn, I ain't one of them type, but shit, I ain't tripping if, cause a lot, shit, some girls they transactional, bro. Some girls transactional.
Transactional? Yeah, some women are
Yeah, bro.
transactional, but most men are.
Hell yeah. A lot of
Some
women
women are.
transactional.
Okay, a lot of women are, but most men are.
Okay, sure. So shit, I think they giving off the same vibe. So
No,
shit.
hold on, wait. Go listen to what I say. Words are important. Some women are transactional. Most men are, the vast majority of men are transactional. Some women are transactional. See what I'm saying? Those are two different things. Some women are, the vast majority of men are, though. Some versus the vast majority. Totally different.
Nigga, is it bad that I want to have sex with a woman, my nigga? Like what? Like, bro,
That's also a straw man argument. Do you
bro,
think that's what I'm saying? Are you cool?
Like you said, oh, he want to take you on a date, so now he think you all sex, bro, nigga. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to want to have sex with a girl. No. I see a girl and I get turned on. I'm gonna want to have sex with her.
Smacks. You're not. You use TikTok for any languages. No language. No, you're not. You're not supposed to expect her body just because you paid for steak and lobster dinner. That's crazy.
Oh my god, bro. So if I see a girl that I like, bro, like I'm not supposed to say like, oh, like she looks good, I want to have sex with her. Is that like not what a man is supposed to do?
That's not what you're supposed to do, but can you do that? Fine. Taking her out on a date and expecting her. Hold on, brother. Hold on.
Okay,
listen.
Talk to me.
Taking her out on a date and expecting her to give you vagina because you took her out on a date is different than you being physically attracted to her. Nobody in here has a problem with you being physically attracted to women. I don't think any woman in here, they don't want you to be physically attracted to them personally, but they don't have a problem with you being physically attracted to women in general, right? The problem becomes when you objectify women and you expect a woman's body because you took her out on a date. Those are completely different conversations.
I got a question.
Go ahead, brother.
If it's not, okay. I believe one of your statements was a little bit off with the some women are transactional. I think everybody is transactional. I think we're just being disingenuous about interactions with other people. Because even with your friends, you're transactional. If your friends mean to you, you're not gonna be a friend to them. Like, no, like is that
that's not right? No, that's not transactional.
Everything is transactional, bro. Every relationship you are in has a transaction.
No, that's
not gonna be around bad people. You're not.
Hey, please, I don't know why y'all get so excited when I'm talking to you. I'm just asking you. I'm just correcting you. That's not transactional. Not wanting to be around bad people if they're treating you bad is not the same as you saying or believing if I take a woman out on a date, she now owes me her body. Those are two completely different things. That is not transactional at all.
Okay.
How do you know what's the definition of transactional?
When one gives something and then is returned with something else.
Be a little bit more specific.
There's no specifics about a transaction.
There are specifics about transactions.
Transactions are giving and taking. That's what transactions are. That's the basis of a transaction, right?
No.
Yeah. All right. I'm not even
like you just saying the way you're trying the way we're having this conversation.
I'm trying to make a bigger point, but you're not even allowing me to get there. Every relationship is transactional.
It's not true.
Every relationship, I'm not even gonna argue with you on that. Every relationship is transactional because you're not. And let me just get it out because your point is shaky at best. Every relationship you're in is transactional. Now you're not supposed to expect anything, but there should be some type of okay. I've done this thing. I'm not doing this for my health. I'm not taking you out to spend my money to get nothing in return. You're not going to do it as an investment. You're not going to do that with your with any
wait.
financial situation that you
Hold on, B.
give money away.
B. What are you? Aren't you getting the date out of it? Isn't the date what you're getting out of it? Sorry, I didn't mute you. Go ahead. What are you saying, B? J-Man, you got to mute her, brother. You got to mute her, brother. Go ahead,
Date's already a transaction. My time for her time. My energy for her energy.
Okay,
so that's what you in itself.
It's not, but that's what you're getting out of it, though.
Explain how two people deciding to go on a date is not a transaction, and having a conversation at the very least. No,
that's the way. Okay, so are words descriptive or prescriptive?
Words mean something.
Hold on, sir. If you don't know what those words mean, you can just say I don't know. But
I don't know what the second word means.
Okay, so
because I don't know the definitional term.
I got
you. Go ahead, give it to me.
I got you. So descriptive means if we're using a word that we can use it in a general sense to describe something, but context is going to play a role, right?
Right.
Prescriptive means no matter the context, the word is going to mean the same in every single situation, right? So are words prescriptive or descriptive?
Doesn't that depend on the situation? Isn't that what you just said?
Oh yeah. So context matters, meaning that they are what? Descriptive, not prescriptive. The way you are using transactional in the most loosest in the loosest. Hold on, brother. Let me explain what I'm saying to you. The way you are using the word in the most vague, loosest way ever is you are using it as if the word is prescriptive, not descriptive. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I know that, but I'm trying to get to a bigger point.
How do you know that when you didn't know what prescriptive? All right, go ahead.
I can do something without knowing the meaning of the word that comes along with it.
All right.
No,
not in this case, but go ahead.
All right. So when every relationship is transactional, but when it comes to dating, there is a transaction of if I'm going to give you my energy, because women do it all the time. If you want my energy, you got to put money up. But that's not necessarily true. You don't have to do that.
What do you mean put money up?
I'm about to do something called an interjection.
Wait, hold on, J-Man. I want B to answer this question, and you can go right after this. What do you mean put money up? What women? I was never asked personally.
For a bigger example of someone who's actually said it out of their mouth, there's a tennis player who was specifically saying, to get my time, you have to give me $1,000 deposit.
Okay, so most women are asking for $1,000 deposit.
That's not what I'm giving you.
That is what you said.
Something that you can look up. I gave you examples that you can look up.
So are most women like that?
At the same time,
B, bro, if you don't be quiet while I'm talking, we can't have the conversation. So are you asked? So the woman you're describing, is she representative of the majority of women?
Yes, because she is. Yes, because she is a woman who women look up to. Girl power, girl, all that nonsense. Girls, hold on. Let me get my point out. Can I get my point out?
You can say something that's not true.
Debunk it. Let me get my point out.
It's already debunked. That doesn't answer my question. You're saying I asked you, meaning, do most women act like her? You're saying most women look up to her, which also is improvable or true. But I'm asking you, do most women act like her? Not if they look up to her, not if they want to do the thing. Do they actually do that is my question. That's all. That's the question.
Someone that women look up to, and there are other women who have followed suit and said the same thing.
I appreciate the galaxy.
But people have done the same thing. I've seen multiple videos. You can go on TikTok for hours and see women. If you're going to take me on a date, you got to do such and such.
You didn't answer my question. For the third time, do most women do that?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So most women that you've been out on a date with have asked you straight up for money?
No, that's what I'm trying to say. It's different. Every transaction is different. Okay. Every woman's number is different. It's situational. But every woman is expecting something to get their time.
I mean,
No.
expecting a date is the thing.
Women
Like, what
are
are you talking
not
about?
using. Women have gotten away from just wanting to go out with somebody. Have you not heard the whole? Have you not heard the coffee dates aren't enough anymore? Bullshit.
They
Coffee
never
dates
were.
aren't enough.
They never were.
Huh?
They never were. I stopped dating.
If you've never been on a coffee date,
B,
then you are not thinking about my finances.
B.
Huh?
You gotta like temper it down a little bit. I want to hear what you got to say, but just be a little bit. Come on, brother. Coffee dates. I haven't dated. J-Man, please. I haven't dated in. All right, bro. You gotta stop. I haven't been on a date with a new woman in over 18 years. Coffee dates were not a thing 18 years ago. Coffee dates were not like, and what I'm saying, when the like the same thing the women say, because again, nobody is being irrational. I don't feel like the women are being irrational when they talk about coffee dates or lack thereof. And you could correct me if I'm wrong. This is what I think the women are saying. Early on in a relationship, a coffee date isn't acceptable. I don't know what number date that is for you or me or her or whatever, but just generally early on, right? Before we get to a place where it's like, we're somewhat committed or something along those lines. We went on a good amount of dates. I don't want you to take me on a coffee date. That's what I got from that. I don't think because I'm taking my wife on bagel dates, coffee dates, to feed the ducks, all the shit that men try to do for free. I'm taking my wife on those dates because we're married and we've been together for 18 years. So you're going to go on all the different dates eventually. But early on, the women are like, nah, I don't want to go on those types of dates. You don't think that that's fair?
I do think that's fair for anyone to ask, because if at the same token, women are asking, oh, well, I want you to spend $400 on a date, and I may not call you tomorrow. You not like
B. What woman is asked again? What woman has asked you to spend specifically $400 on a date?
I don't know, because I have avoided all those women. Because I've had them. I've had it happen, and I've avoided it.
So you mean to tell me that you somehow, even though everybody is transactional, you have yet to be in a transactional relationship with a woman?
That I was never in a transactional relationship.
Yes, every time I ask you about a transaction, sir, every time I ask you about the transactions, you go, oh, that's never happened to me. Oh, no, I've never done that before.
Your question
was obviously it ain't every woman.
Your question was, have I been on a date for $400?
That's not what I asked you. That's not what I asked you.
Oh, God.
That's not what I asked you. I asked you, have you ever been asked by a woman to be taken on a $400 date?
Yes, that's my point. I have not gone on the date because I'm not taking you to Roost Chris because you think you deserve it.
Bro, you have never been asked by a woman to be taken on a $400 date.
All right, bro.
Like,
you know my life. You
just said it. You just said it.
Bro, I said I have been asked. I said I've been asked and I did not take them.
No, you are lying now. Don't do that. Because we all heard it. I asked you plain as day, and you heard exactly what I said.
You said, have I gone?
No. I said, have you been asked?
I have been asked.
B. And this is why I can't have these conversations with y'all, right? Hold on, B. Hold on, B. This is why I don't like having these conversations. I mean, I don't mind having a conversation, but this is why the conversations don't go anywhere, right? Because I'm not being disingenuous. I'm not lying. I'm not trying to paint a false narrative of men and women. I swear to God, I'm not. I'm genuinely having a conversation with you, straight up, person to person, right? And you keep pivoting, straw manning, darboing, and flat out fucking lying to do what? That's it. Just for what? Like, what are we doing? Like, why are we doing this?
Are you ready to listen?
Bro, don't do that. I'm not your girlfriend. I'm not your girlfriend.
You acting like it. Are you ready to listen?
I know your girlfriend doesn't like to be gaslit either.
She's not being she's not being gaslit.
Your girlfriend don't. Every time y'all say I'm acting like you're a woman, I go thank you, because your woman knows you better than me. But you telling me a stranger is treating you just like your woman. So you're the fucking common denominator.
No,
B. It's
that's
you, not me.
That's not how
or
that
her.
works, brother.
That is how that
If
works.
you're acting like a female, then you do traits that females do.
Every time
What?
you walk right into the point. Because I'm obviously not a female. I'm a fucking grown ass man.
Yeah, but you're using
acting like
arguments
a
that women
line-
use.
No,
You're
I don't-
using
I'm not-
arguments that women use, right?
I'm using logical arguments against your illogic, and I'm clocking your lies in real time like your woman does. So yes, I remind you of your woman. You're right. But the common denominator is you. You're the liar. You're the gaslighter, not me.
Bro, I told you, you're not listening.
Sir, please.
You're not listening.
That's the gaslighting.
You're not listening.
How much do you?
I said I've avoided those type of dates.
Exactly. Exactly.
Asked.
You didn't
I can't
say those dates.
I can't avoid a.
You didn't say you avoided those types of dates. You said you avoided those types of women. B, stop lying. You lie so much, you can't keep up with the lie. See, I'm gonna give you a pro tip. If you don't lie, you don't have to remember the lie. If you just tell the truth, you can just reiterate the thing you said before and it'll be the same. But since you are lying, now you're changing your verbiage because that's literally what you said. I asked you verbatim. So what woman has ever asked you to go on a $400 date? And you said, I never, because I avoid those women.
No,
that's what you said verbatim.
I avoid those type of women. I did say that. I said I avoid those type of women, but that doesn't mean I wasn't asked.
Make it please.
No?
You said no because I avoid those types of women. That's literally what you said. Now you're saying, yeah, I've been asked. Now you're lying. See? See how that works?
That's not how that works, bro, but okay.
Get your girl on the phone, man. I need to talk to her because you's a motherfucking liar, dog. I'm gonna ask her how often do she catch you in lies?
I don't need to lie. I don't need to lie.
You lie right?
I don't need to lie. Now, hold on. I don't need to lie. Hold on.
That's the realest thing you said. B, that's the realest thing you said. You don't need to lie. So why are you lying?
I'm not. Now, I can tell you that I may have misunderstood the question, but I didn't lie. I don't have to lie.
You lied.
I don't have to lie.
You do have to lie.
I don't.
Okay, you do have to lie though to make
don't.
this point. You know, all right, let me tell you why you have to lie. You can't make this point without lying because it's not true and you know it and I know it.
Okay.
So you have to lie.
I don't have to lie, bro. I don't. Why are we doing this? Let's have a conversation about the actual points. I don't have to lie.
Point.
It's not. I don't have to lie. So let's move forward with the conversation.
Listen to what I'm saying. We cannot have the conversation. If I say something that everybody knows is true, and then you say, no, that's not true. And then I ask you, like what just happened, has that ever happened to you? And then you go, no. And then 2 seconds later, you go, yeah, we're not having the conversation anymore. It's you. I can have the conversation. I'm not lying on you. I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'm not trying to manipulate you. Nothing.
You're spewing words. I know that much.
I'm not. See, that's another lie.
It's not.
I told you, yes. B, I just told you verbatim what you said. I'm not skewing your words. I'm not misconstruing your words.
You are.
I'm not.
Okay.
You're lying again. That's another lie. You can't help it. You lie all the time.
I don't have to lie, bro.
Why do you keep saying that? Doesn't prove that you're not lying.
Because I don't have to lie. I'm gonna stick with my point. I don't have to lie. I don't.
You don't have to lie, but you lying when the truth will do.
I don't have to lie. I'm not.
Men lie when the truth will do. That's my point. And you're proving my point. And you're also proving my overall point about why relationships or why dating is bad. Because who the hell wants to date a man like B that can't stop lying in 4K? Like you just can't stop lying. You won't do it. Now it's who's lying.
If I can tell you, if I can say, because I can admit to, I can admit when I'm wrong. If I misunderstood a question, I will let you know I misunderstood a question. But that doesn't mean I'm lying. That's not the same thing.
You are lying. But go ahead, bro.
That's not the same thing. If I misunderstood a question and I answered it,
you didn't misunderstand it. You didn't misunderstand it. You tried to lie about it several times. It got to a point to where you just couldn't lie about it anymore.
I'm not lying. Say, if I
misunderstand, you didn't misunderstand shit.
You
knew what I said when I said it.
You done?
No, you understood what I said when I said it.
If I didn't, if I said something off and I may have misquoted myself, Cool. I can admit that.
No, sir.
I can.
We're trying to lie.
I can be answering the question before you actually finish the question, right?
Okay.
I can answer a question before you finish, and I didn't fully understand the question, or may have put a word.
You answered. You repeated the question back to me. But anyways, I got some super chats to read, and you can go ahead. Mary Sella said, "I can't with these guests sometimes." I feel you. It'd be tough. Aquarius said, "Not all transactions are old, necessary, or honest." That's facts. Also, well, I'll answer that in a second. Aquarius said, "Wicked work. Got to Starbucks for a first date, and all the seats are filled with people on a laptop. Drop dude, he's out of breath." And also, not all relationships are transactional. I don't know what your kids do for you, but my babies don't do shit for me.
They don't love you? Oh.
That's not a transaction.
It is a transaction of love. You don't transact, you don't give love and get love. No? Okay. All right.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. It's like I've been saying again, words are prescriptive, words are descriptive, not prescriptive, brother. So they don't love isn't a transaction. That's not transaction. I'm not getting anything from them. Yes, they love me. Yep, absolutely. I'm not getting anything from them.
That's not the okay. Well,
that is not. You have to stop using it in that way.
I purposely put in the context of the least amount of the words, like the most basic. And I was going to build up to something, and you cut me off, and it just fucking.
I've been giving you, brother. I've been giving you.
It's all good. No, it's all good. It's all good.
Say your shit. You ain't saying it though. You can't lay your story out because the story don't really make sense.
You won't stop talking long enough.
I've been letting you talk.
You haven't. Every time I get on a roll, you jump in with another question.
Oh, roll.
Okay.
Go ahead, B. Say what you want to say. I'm listening. We're all ears. We're on pins and needles.
Every relationship is a transaction in some form or fashion, whether you want to believe it to be that way or not. And I can understand where a woman is saying, "Oh, certain dates aren't appropriate." But I think any situation where you're going to put yourself to learn about somebody, it doesn't matter the setting. It matters about the environment you're in or the ability to have a conversation with that person. So when it comes to relationships, I shouldn't have to spend money to do anything with you, to be honest with you. Like, yes, I want to spend my money and my time to get to know you, but it's not an obligation on my end. It's genuinely shit. That's what you're supposed to do. You're courting, right? But I'm not obligated to pay for everything. And at the same time, on the other end, to your point, to the original point, yes, men are not obligated to get pussy out of a woman because she's had sex with him. Because she gave him a date. I get that. But there has to be something where it's like, okay, well, I know that if I'm going to take you out, there is some type of reciprocation of at least energy of, okay, well, I am interested in you, so that we can continue doing this courting thing.
Is her not going on the date? That's what I'm so confused about.
Huh?
Isn't her going on the date just that? Like, that's what it is. That's it. That's what you get out of her is.
Yes, but I'm speaking about afterwards. I'm speaking about going forward. Like, yes, you're gonna have a date, but that's one date. I've been on as a man. How many dates have you been on and that person you didn't talk to that person again? Like, men have gotten to the point where they've received that type of energy and have pulled back on the type of date that women dictate how men operate in dating.
No,
women don't know it, but they
don't.
They fully control.
They don't. They don't.
Women can't obligate men to do a certain thing for them.
You can't obligate men. No, sir.
You can't.
No, I'm trying to tell you, brother. If women control dating would be great for both men and women.
I do not believe that, because that's
of course you don't.
Right now.
You don't understand.
No. Because
you don't know shit about
now.
That's not the world we're living in.
Okay.
We're living in a world full of weird ass men who are transactional, who think that if they take a woman out on it, first of all, they don't see a woman as a human being. And that's your first problem, is you think a woman is an object. That's why you think if you go out on a date with a woman, you're like, what am I getting in return? You're getting her presence. That's what you get. That's all you're promised is her presence. She's there. there are certain expectations that you can have on a date. For an example, if I take a woman out on a date, I expect her to pay attention to me and to be present. She doesn't have to laugh at my jokes. She doesn't, you know what I'm saying? But she should be present. I expect that. I don't want her on her phone. I don't want her looking all around. You know what I'm saying? Like, I expect her to be present. I'm present. She's present. I can expect that reason. I think that's a reasonable expectation to have on a date. That's only on the date, right? Everything beyond that, I don't give a fuck about. As long as she's present, I'm good. I'm gonna have a date. I'm hoping we both have a good time. I'm gonna try to have a good time. I'm gonna try to create a good time for her. I'm gonna try to be a good time for her. And then hopefully after that, we can continue the dating process. That's what dating is. Date by date, step by step.
That's agreed. I agree with you on all of that, but then I believe there is the reason why there's a skew is because there are women who are doing this to multiple people, multiple men. Hold on.
I'm sorry. My bad, B. My bad. I just said my bad. Hold on.
Women have been getting to the point where they're doing this to multiple people, and then men are starting to see this. Like I've had friends, and I've been a person who's in my high school years been a person where I had a car earlier than most people. My contact with certain people in high school.
How old are you? How old are you before you finish?
I'm 30. I'm 30.
You ain't even gotta finish it.
I'm about to be 38.
Hold on. All right, so you on your 20-year high school reunion. You talking about high school, my guy?
No. Hear me out. What I'm saying
is,
I was trying to get to a specific point.
Okay.
When it comes to women, and I'm talking about a specific point in my life where I saw the girls, my contact on her phone, and it was Brandon Carr because I had a car. There are women who are, this man got this one, and that's his emoji. This man got money, that's his emoji. There are women who are using men, and men are catching on to that, which is why men are pulling back on what they're getting up front. That's why the men are saying, okay, well, if I'm gonna take time out of my day to go on this date, I gotta make sure that she's interested. So let me do something that's low maintenance, which is why
B. Hold on, wait. Answer it and riddle me this. Isn't her going out on the date proof that she's interested?
No.
Why not?
Because I've known people who go on dates because they're hungry. I have female friends who've gone on dates because they're hungry. Women do this. Is that not a thing?
No.
That's not a thing?
No.
Okay. Wow. You are sheltered. I love it. I love your energy, bro. I would love to live your life because I've spoken to friends. Oh, I wouldn't go about him because he was taking me to a specific place.
See how you have to talk
experience.
Hold on, wait. I can question for you. So who is most likely to be dating a bunch of people at one time? A woman or a man?
That's not specific to one or the other.
Answer that question.
It's not specific to one because I know women who do it and I know men who do it.
B, who is more likely to be dating a bunch of people at one time?
That's not specific. I'm not gonna change.
All right, bro.
Something.
Go ahead, B. Go ahead. I can't.
None of us can, to say the truth. The first thing I wanted to say is that the word is reciprocal, not transactional. The word that I wanted to say for him, for that conversation, is reciprocal.
Yeah. Hold on, B. I'm muting you up. You got background noise. Sorry. Go ahead.
Reciprocity is essentially what we are looking for in relationships with our parents, relationships that are platonic, relationships with our children. Not every relationship is transactional, which means that we are giving something for goods, services, and items. The relationship dynamic that he was thinking about, or probably could not find the word, is reciprocal. Relationships should be reciprocal, not transactional.
And I apologize. That's what I was looking for. You're right.
And those are two different things. Can we all agree that reciprocal and transactional are two completely different things? They're so different.
Agreed.
Okay. One is healthy.
Okay.
One is healthy and one is not healthy. That's the difference, right? Okay. That's what I want to make sure.
And I think we can all agree as well that transactional relationships and many dynamics are not healthy if the terms of the transaction are not communicated ahead of time. Like in business, you can sue for things like that. So if people are entering into transactional relationships despite their sexual orientation and gender, at least understand the terms in terms of transactioning the services and the goods before you get there. So there are going to be women who are going to be transactional, but they understand that that $2,000 needs to be in their purse before they leave the room. And men understand that they can enter into transactional relationships with women, but they understand that they want to be drained by the end of the day. And those are grown, consenting adults that can do that situation and that thing. That does not mean that every person is transactional and every relationship is transactional. So I wanted to say that first. The second thing I wanted to say, and I thought it was great that I saw this earlier on TikTok, is that there are things that women will say after getting to know a man more, because you get to know somebody on one particular level when you're just communicating over the phone, and then you get to know them on a deeper level or on a further level when you meet in person. And more times than not, when women are meeting men in person, they are communicating, I love the date, you were a gentleman, I just don't think we align. I don't necessarily think that this is something that I would want to move forward with in a romantic type of way. Maybe we can move forward in a platonic type of way. But that is what men are getting upset about, that they went ahead and put their best foot forward, that they probably took the girl to Ruth Chris, that they rented out the Benz, and they put on a show for that first date, which is amazing. But that does not guarantee that that woman is going to meet you at your core and like what she sees. For instance, there was a man on this very app that said that the girl told her date the things that she did not enjoy about the date, and that she just wanted a man that treated women a little bit more like women, a man that treated women a little better, that took care of women. And he was very upset about that. And he was like, well, what didn't you do? At the beginning of the relationship, it sounded like, oh, she wanted to be taken care of, i.e. financially. When he looked at the text messages, she just wanted the man to walk her to her car after the date. He did not stay up to make sure that she got home safely or to call her when she got home to make sure that she was safe. The things that women typically are asking for that men are not showing up and doing on the dates is around safety. Do you at least remember my name? Are you also present when we are in each other's presence? It's very low effort things that women are typically asking for that men don't do, which is why they don't proceed to that second date. Now they think she's a whore and a trick because she just wanted to eat, she was hungry, and she just wanted a meal. But all in all, were you putting your
You just was lame
the entire time? You were just
lame. You just lame. You just messed up. You went on a date. I've never gone out with a woman. I've never taken a woman out on a date. You know what I'm saying? We went out, whatever happened. And then afterwards, I felt like, oh, she just wanted to eat for free. I've never felt like that. I felt like every single time, if it didn't work out and I wanted it to work out, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. I felt like, what did I do?
Question.
Have you also ever not walked a girl to her car? Or have you ever not made sure that a woman got home safely after a date? Because for a lot of women, we're just asking for the bare. Exactly. Those are things that men are not thinking about that women think are very important on the first date, and they don't even show up in that regard. We're not asking for $100, $300 dates, but we are asking that you make sure that we get home safely. And a lot of people aren't even showing up in that way.
That's facts. Hold on, let me get around. I got you beat. Let me read these and then I'm gonna let y'all go. Ashley said, Pub, please duck. Click, boom, boom, boom. God. She put 25 on that boy head. Aquarius said, I'm sorry, Biku said, drop him so he can pay attention to his baby. God damn, that man, he being a super dad, man. Babysitting his kid.
It ain't babysitting, it's love. This is daddy time.
Nah, man, it's transactional. You know what I'm saying?
Reciprocal.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Now it's
I know. Honestly, and I think that's cool. Honestly, that was the word that I might have been looking for that made that kind of skewed the entire thing. But my question, she said something along the lines of unspoken expectations. Yes. Unspoken expectations. And she's saying that women are wanting these certain things and they're not saying them, and that's why these dates aren't happening. The second dates aren't happening.
I think what's happening is that the things that women want from men are the thing, like just we call them like the social contracts between men and women, and men just aren't adhering to the most basic social contract. And it's like, why? Like, as a woman, if you have to ask a man to care about me, then right there, that's a red flag. Like, the point is, she shouldn't have to ask you to make sure she gets to her car safely. She shouldn't have to ask you to follow. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the point. So they're unspoken for a reason. They're deliberately unspoken. See what I mean? Like, it's
Right.
it's a test, if you will, but I don't even think it's that deep. I think they just assume, because if the tables were turned, they would do it, because they're like, yeah, that's just like humans. Like, we should just care about each other, right? But men only do that stuff for certain women, for women they are attracted to, for being like whatever, as opposed to just doing it for everybody that they come in contact with.
Yeah,
See what I'm saying?
I agree with you, and I also believe there's a level of there's less, and I'm not trying to point any fingers or blame anybody, but there's less of the men around to show and give those examples of that from our older years, from the people who are like veterans of doing this, like men who have been raised by their fathers, or women that have been raised by women who taught them better. There's less and less of that happening, which is why men are not thinking about or knowing to do those things.
I wouldn't necessarily blame. I mean, it would help to have that, but I don't blame it on that. Let me go to Muhammad, and then I want to go to Air. Go ahead. VV said these males lie. They save women in their phones using various descriptors too. Shaking my head. It's a problem if women do it though. Yeah, I know. They be calling women throat goat, and we already know how it goes.
I never said anything go both ways. I know it happens both ways.
Yeah, I think men invented that. Go ahead, Muhammad. Muhammad, go ahead, brother. Hold on, let me get him off of mute. He might have not known. There he goes.
My bad, man. I'm not used to these panels.
No, you good. Yes, sir. We got you. We locked in.
My thing is, bro, I don't get why you said women don't look for free meals. That kind of just
they don't.
Odd. I feel like everybody looks for free meals. Like if I offered you a free meal at a nice restaurant, you would take it.
That's not looking for a free meal. You see how the language flipped? If I offered you a meal at a nice restaurant, you would take it. Yep. You are looking for a meal, a free meal at a nice restaurant. Two completely different things, brother. And when you say women, hold on, and Muhammad, one more thing. I didn't say there aren't any women that are doing that. But when you say that women are doing that, that's false. Women, like most women, no. Are there some women that do that? I'm sure. Whatever you guys are going to say, I will never argue with you. I won't say never, but the vast majority of the time, I won't argue with you if you're saying that it is some very small demographic of women or men or whatever the case may be. I won't argue with you. Yes, there are bad women. Yes, there are women who are using it. Yes. I think in my mind, it is damn near impossible for a woman to use a man. It's damn near impossible. That's why, like, regardless of what her intentions are, that's what I'm saying. It's damn near impossible.
Are you saying that in the terms of a man is willingly being used?
You can't willingly be used. He's doing no. Listen what I'm saying. Men know. Here, y'all can argue with me all day. This is what I believe about men in general. I believe most men know that they don't deserve to be in the presence of most women. I think most men know, regardless of whatever y'all gonna cry, get mad, I don't give a fuck. I think most men know that. And that's why a lot of these arguments be happening, right? If you really get to the core of them, it is most men know that they don't deserve to be in the presence of most women, right? You are lucky because most men are dangerous. Most men are unstable. Most men lack emotional stability. Most men are stingy. Most men are boring.
We believe we don't deserve to be in their presence because we can't control ourselves. That
yeah.
Oof, that's a strong statement, bro.
It's strong, but it ain't wrong. It's strong, but it ain't wrong.
That's the problem. I'm saying I'm not saying that can't. I'm not saying that's most, bro. I believe there's a lot of weird men. I don't believe this. I believe there's a lot of weird men, but
you don't think most men are weird? You don't think most men are weird?
If we're saying most between 51 to 99, yes.
I'll put a number. Okay, most between 51 and 99. I'll put a number on it. I'll put a percentage on it. I think 89 to 90% of men are weird. And when I say weird, I'm talking about with women specifically, they are unsafe. And when I say unsafe, because men are so socialized to pursue women, to treat women like objects, to treat women like prey, to view ourselves as predators. Like, that is how most men are socialized. Most men are socialized to be like that. That by default makes most men unsafe for most women. Most men do not see women as human beings, sadly. That is what this whole system is about. Most men don't view women as human beings, again, which creates a dangerous situation for women. But at the very least, it creates a boring situation for most women. If you don't think that woman is a human being, right, and you don't view yourself as a human being, you are probably not going to show up the way you need to show up on that date. You're probably not going to be as nice as you need to be. You're probably not going to be as attentive as you need to be. You're too in your head because you're so transactional and you want to sleep with her so bad. And you're thinking about, oh, is she gonna use me for my meal? I spent $150. Oh my God, am I gonna get some coochie at it? Like, you're too invested in that shit. That creates a terrible environment for a date. Like, that's what's going on.
So
hold on, B. Let Muhammad go. I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to speak. Let Muhammad go, and I'm gonna go to there. Go ahead, brother.
No transactional meal. You know, if you're paying for somebody, just pay for whatever, and then just keep it light.
But most men are transactional, though. That's the problem. I'm not talking about you. This don't have. Look, brother. This don't got to apply to any man up here. I don't know how y'all date.
So what are you offering in exchange? That doesn't even make sense.
What is who offering in exchange? What is who offering in exchange?
You offer an exchange in the potential sexual relationship. That wouldn't make sense.
Like, say it again.
If I'm pursuing you sexually, that this is no longer platonic. Therefore,
I'm missing. Who are you talking? The woman?
So I'm just saying, do you think sex is not a factor in a male-female relationship, or like?
That's not what I'm saying. That's kind of like what the other. That's what J-Man was asking earlier. You can, brother. Listen, Mama. Listen. You can want to sleep with the woman. Nobody cares, right? The women don't care, right? I'm saying you could be physically attracted to the woman. That's fine. Nobody cares. The problem is, though, when you prioritize that over getting to know her, that's when it becomes an issue.
I have a question towards that.
Hold on, wait. I want Muhammad to go.
Real quick, I just want to discuss the coffee because you said these dates are not transactional and they're not looking for a meal. But a few weeks ago, a lady listed about her likes and dislikes and how she wouldn't go on a coffee date. And you're saying that we're putting sex above getting to actually know the person. And we're saying that they're putting this meal or any monetary value above getting to know this person. And so many people came to her defense that
did that woman, Muhammad, did that woman ever tell you how much you should be spending on a date in her video? Because I watch all her videos on that. Did she ever tell you how much you should spend on a date or where you should take her?
Where she discussed where all the people that were agreeing with her discussed what they would prefer.
I know, but hold on. Again, please answer my question directly. Did she ever put a price tag on how much you should spend on a date?
Yes, it was $25 for a soup and sandwich.
No, she didn't. No, that's what she paid. She didn't say this is how much you should pay. She just said this is how much I paid on it. She bought the thing and was like, yeah, I just spent $25 on this. She never put a price tag on it, brother. Never.
Well, look, underneath, I was, commenting on some of the people in the comments, and and they put definite price tags on it.
That's them. Again, I'm talking about the woman. I didn't read all the comments that happened. I did a whole breakdown on this, right? I never heard that woman say, you gotta come, this is what it takes to date me. She didn't say I need $1,000 date, a $400 date. She didn't say Ruth's Chris. She said, I don't like coffee dates. And here's the problem that I'm having with me fighting against that so hard, right? Sir, and this is my suggestion to me. The reason why, there's a couple reasons why you or whoever are having a problem with that coffee date shit. More than likely, A, because you don't value that woman's time, first and foremost. Again, goes back into men not seeing women as human beings. That's number one. B, is because you are dating too many people at one time. because it is a numbers game for the vast majority of men. And if you are
Personally,
dating two or three women simultaneously, that does become a financial burden for most men, right? If you are dating two women a week and you're spending $150 on each date, or even fuck it, I'll go way lower than that. Let's say you're spending $80 a day and you're dating two women a week. That's $160 a week. Multiply that by 4, right? That is $640 a month. On just those, not nothing else around, not the gas, not the time, not just sit. That's a pretty fucking big bill. And that's the problem, and that's what's going on with men. They want the women, they want, look, it's like it's a tariff, right? That's how men are treating dating, right? So the tariff you're making the woman pay for the price increase when it's not her fault. She ain't got nothing to do with it. That is not her problem that you're dating 4 or 5 different women.
I something in return. Everyone's getting something in return. I don't. That,
you're getting her presents. She's getting your presents.
Why are you all dating women with price tags?
They have no problem with a coffee date. So that's just
hold on, but why not?
Why are you all dating women with price tags? And like you all
that's my issue.
Hold on, B. Hold on, B. I just got a question for him because he's confusing me right now. Why does that bother you that a woman doesn't like a coffee date?
Me personally, I think like just like you said, it signals that you don't want to get to know the person. You have no intention.
That's not wait. How are you getting that from that?
Me personally, I have no problem sitting and getting to know a person that I've never met over coffee.
Okay. Can I ask you a question? Would you take a woman to McDonald's?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
On a first date?
Me personally, I don't eat McDonald's, bro.
Bro, please don't play with my question, dog. Would you take a woman if you? What is coffee, brother? What is coffee? Hold on. What is coffee? Hold on. What is coffee? It's fast food. Starbucks serves nothing but fast food. Specifically, would you take a woman to Dunkin' Donuts? Would you take a woman to Taco Bell? Would you take a woman? Would you take a woman to Del Taco on a first date?
Yes, if they say they want that,
that's not. You see, brother, do you see how now you doing the same thing B was doing? Not be bad. Would be done. I gotta do it, brother. I'm sorry. You doing the same thing?
I'm kind of on his side. Like my point.
I know you on his side. This conversation is for both of y'all. So listen. So you doing what he did, right? You're instead of answering my question directly because you know it sounds stupid and you know what I'm saying is true. You would never take a woman to McDonald's on a first date. McDonald's is more expensive than Starbucks.
I've taken a girl on a
I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you. I promise you I don't care. Not right now. I'll let you go. But y'all know you wouldn't take a woman to McDonald's. And it ain't because of the price tag. That's not what it's about. It's not about the price tag. Because again, when last time I took my son to McDonald's, that shit was like $40 for I think we got like 3 things. It was like $40. That shit is expensive. McDonald's is not cheap. That is not cheap anymore. It's cheaper than a lot of stuff, but it costs some money. It do cost a little money. It ain't about the price tag. It's fucking McDonald's, nigga. That's why you're not taking a woman to McDonald's, because it's fucking McDonald's. Because it's the Golden Arches. Because we used to eat there and we was kids. You're not taking a woman to McDonald's on the first date. It ain't about the money. It's about the effort. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So if you can understand why you wouldn't take a woman to McDonald's, then you should understand why a woman wouldn't want you to take her to fucking Starbucks. Because it's the same thing. That's all I'm saying. Like, the fact y'all are fighting this so hard and you know it's true, it's ridiculous.
Not that we're fighting it, right? I think you're missing something that we're both saying that you are not trying to see.
Right.
Like, it's because honestly, a date is not about spending money. A date is about getting to know the person. No?
No, it's because y'all both lying. Y'all are both lying to yourselves, and you're both lying on this panel when you act like there are a whole bunch of women that will go through the entire process of getting ready, trying to figure out what to wear, making sure she's not too revealing, but still looking good enough, but not enough to make you think you're going to get some at the end of the night. sending her friend her location, making sure somebody know where she is, driving herself because she's too scared for you to pick her up because she don't want you to know where she lives. She doing all of that to eat for a meal.
That she can pay for herself.
Something she could get somebody to DoorDash for her. Something that she could get you. If it was just about the meal, nigga, DoorDash.
You just proved our point.
Hit me on the Uber Eats. Why would I do all
because
of
you
that?
said what you
And
said
then
was
we ain't even
what
got
you said
to. Hold on, I didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt you when you were speaking, so please don't interrupt me.
Please, and mute yourself, please. Shan, please finish. And then I want to hear this response because he said you just proved his point. I don't know how the fuck that proved his point.
Yeah, because he's not even listening to my point. He keeps talking over me.
And that baby.
My point is, y'all aren't women, so y'all have no idea all of the things and the process and the steps it takes just to go on a first date with a man, and the way you have to psych yourself up to, make sure that this isn't going to be an unsafe situation, and try to make the situation as safe as possible, and go through all the rigmarole for a free meal. When if it was just about a free meal, you could just tell that same man, well, if you really like me, cash at me so I can get some dinner tonight. DoorDash me, Uber Eats me, and I promise you a lot of y'all will do that. Mm-hmm. So if you think somebody has to go through all of that, and we haven't even gotten to the actual date yet, now I got to spend 2 hours sitting across the table from you. Now I got to pretend that you're funny. Now I got to pretend that you're not a little funny looking. I got to do all of this for 2 hours for what? A $50 meal from the local Mexican spot? Boy, go to hell.
Wait. All right, go ahead. Be bad. Be bad. Go. Let be bad go. Hold on. Wait. 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 Let be bad go. Then I'm gonna get you back in here because she was waiting for me. Then I need Eric to go. He been waiting a long ass time. Go ahead. Go ahead.
The concept about dating really is falling on deaf ears when it comes to the men because they're realizing and they're not hearing your point. Or Shan and I, when we say that effort is going to be the ultimate pricing, because the coffee shop isn't horrible, but y'all are literally, like we stated, taking girls to Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks, which is fast food. There are beautiful coffee shops that doubles as jazz.
Like bistros.
There's like a chain in DC, like Bus Boys and something, where the coffee shops also double as a bookstore, but y'all can't read, so that's why you don't want to go to a bookstore. But the effort can be, I know she likes books, and let's do coffee. Let's go to a bistro. Let's go to a beautiful coffee shop where she can also listen to music or jazz, or we can sit outside. There's a beautiful fountain. But y'all don't put effort because you all don't want to put yourselves out there for the fucking boogeyman, or she's just gonna
rejection. The rejection.
But what people don't understand is when you're dating, you're going to get rejected. Women get rejected.
That's gonna happen. That's just a part of dating.
That's a part of dating.
That's just a part of dating, dude.
Scared to get rejected over $20 at Starbucks, then you're not ready to date. You're just not ready to date.
Hold on, Muhammad in the comments. Say that out. Eric, are you there? Okay, Muhammad, say that out loud, what you just said, that you just put in the comments.
I just said focus on the person and not the place, bro. That's literally what you're saying. And it's weird that you are trying to, flip it back on men, saying that we're not focused on.
Because men pick the place.
Place says a lot about the person. The place says a lot about the person.
About that. I'm
good. You good. As soon as Shan finished, then you can go right after her. Go ahead, Shan.
Yeah, the place says a lot about the person. At the end of the day, if you're picking something that I know you're just trying to go the cheap route, or it seems like you put absolutely no effort into this, you're just trying to save a buck, that's going to say a lot about you before we even get on the date. If you text me and I've never met you before in person and we're going on a date and you say, hey, so excited to meet you, meet me at the local Starbucks, I'm not showing up.
Bro, I got whole coolers and blankets and all that to the beach. That's a lot of effort. I came and done a whole.
Who's talking about that? Who said anything about that?
And it's free. There's no money behind.
That's not free.
Wait. About money, but you.
Hold on. Wait. But time out. That's not free.
Yes, it is, bro.
It's not. You gotta buy a cooler. You gotta buy ice. You gotta buy food. It's not free.
This is all free for me because I already own all the stuff.
You own the food for the picnic?
Yeah. What the fuck?
Bro, it's not
So
free.
you didn't have to buy food for the picnic.
Let's remove the meal. Let's just remove.
Do you own a grocery store? Like, what are you talking about? It's not free.
Have effort. You have then now you're saying the level of effort, the actual energy that he puts in is irrelevant.
That's the same thing.
Energy.
Effort and the energy is the same thing.
It doesn't take you any effort to go get some coffee at a coffee shop.
You're saying doesn't take
Zero.
things that actually do take effort don't take money. Things that actually do take money.
Muhammad, can I ask you a question? Muhammad, how often do you drink coffee?
Every now and then.
Why the fuck would you take a woman to a coffee house?
I never have, but I think after this coffee, I have, but
I'm about to fucking lose.
What the fuck are you fighting about?
I take a fucking flip there. I take it to the park. The 5-star, bro.
You lying.
What do you call that? The roof Chris, man. Any steakhouse you want?
I know you.
Any
you gotta be a liar. It's crazy.
I give her my go with that, do whatever she. And then what? And then we can go somewhere nice. Then we can actually go somewhere private.
No one wants to be private with you. No one wants to be private with y'all. So that's why you need to be out and about in public settings because y'all are serious and y'all are creepy.
Dude, this is so amazing. How you just two things. You just said you don't even fucking drink coffee. Like I drink coffee every day. I drink my second cup early. I just drank it before the live. You can't tell. Hey Eric, I don't know where you went, brother. Oh, here you go. But yeah, fam, I don't know what you're talking about, dog. That's you don't even drink coffee, but you want to take a woman to a coffee date. Well, I would never look, y'all. I don't know about any man or woman on this panel. I don't know how y'all date. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna speak for me for a second. I would never, ever, ever take a woman somewhere with my hard-earned money that I don't want to do early on. I'll do it like for my wife or for my girl or, you know what I'm saying, for my woman, yes. For a random woman that I just met, fuck out of here. You crazy. We both gonna like, or we both ain't going. Like, what the fuck? I'm not taking you some. Why am I taking you to a coffee shop and I don't drink coffee? What the fuck I'm gonna get?
Did you just say
That's
can I get some clarification one time on a question because you said something and then you trying to change it. The woman in the video that you said, she specifically said she will not go on a coffee date, right? Then you just turn around and say, because if we were talking about Starbucks, yes, I 100% understand. Starbucks is cheap as fuck. I would never eat out of Starbucks. I have because I'm hungry, but I would never choose that. But then you just said, okay, well, there are nice coffee shops.
This isn't cheap.
Is that not the same? Like, if I take you to a coffee shop, is that not allowed? Like going to a nice place?
What B was saying was there are places that have coffee there, but they also, like she was saying, like, oh, we can. It's like it doubles as a bookstore. It's a, you know what I'm saying? Which it is. There's places that serve coffee. If you go to like Barnes and Noble, they usually are attached to Starbucks, right? Okay, cool. So think about a place like that, but not Barnes and Noble, right? But a place like that sells books and they have coffee there, but you're not going there for the coffee. You're going there for the books, for the other things that are going on, and it just so happens to have coffee there. That's fine. That's a different, I think, what she was saying. That's what I think she was more alluding to. But she's saying, though, well, what the woman is saying, though, the low effort of being like, oh, let's just go. Oh, I didn't mute you up. You got a lot of background noise. Let's just go to a coffee house is not appealing to win. It's just not appealing, man. Go ahead, Eric.
Okay, so first I want to say I'm anti-red pill. That's why I think you popped up on my FYP.
Bet.
I don't think that, I think it's rude, it's cruel, it's offensive, and a lot of what, the red pill dudes say is just, from my experience, is not accurate of how women are when you are dating women.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I was in the comments, I said that feminism is changed from women wanting equality and wanting to be treated as equals to something more, and now it's morphing into something that's closer to hate.
Prove it.
When you say men are bad, avoid men.
Mm-hmm.
Men are the oppressors. That's almost hate speech.
That's not. That's not even close to hate speech. It's not.
If you say all men are bad, how is that not hate?
They don't say all men are bad.
Avoid men. Men are bad.
avoid men in general. Yeah, most men are bad. Yeah, none of that is hate speech. Keep going.
If you say most men are bad, I
Mhm.
take that as hate speech
How?
because
Why?
it's hateful.
How is it hateful? Where's the hate at?
It's to say all men are bad. I don't
Again,
know how else to
nobody said
explain it.
all men are bad. Have you
No,
ever?
but
So hold
some
on,
of
Eric,
them,
Eric,
some of
Eric,
them
Eric,
do.
Eric,
Some of
Eric,
them do say
Eric,
that.
Eric. It ain't about some. It's about the majority of them. Eric, are you familiar with Muhammad Ali?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you familiar with civil rights?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you believe that Black people are oppressed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Muhammad Ali famously said on a talk show that he doesn't think all white people are bad, but it's too hard to tell the good from the bad because there's way more bad ones than there are good ones. And he
Okay,
made the
after you
hold
said
on,
that.
hold on, hold on. And he made the analogy. He was saying if there are 10,000 snakes coming towards me, should I leave the door open because there's 1,000 good ones in there, or should I just keep them all out?
I understand what you're saying.
Right? Okay, cool. So is that hate speech?
Okay, so with that being said, I was talking to somebody
Hold on,
else
brother.
about
Hold on,
this
brother.
on TikTok,
Hold on.
and I actually went.
Eric.
Yes,
Can you
sir.
answer that? Can you answer that question? Is that hate speech?
It's not hate speech, but
Okay, cool. Wait. So let's go there. So if that's not hate speech, then women saying avoid men in general, i.e., close the door because there's 1,000 good snakes out of the 10,000, then that's not hate speech. It's
you
the
know
same
what?
fucking thing.
It actually is hate speech
Oh,
because it is. It really is. If you say one is hate, is not accurate. You can't pull up no statistic that says the majority of men are bad. The
Yes, we can.
No, you can't.
Yes, we can.
Which one?
Yes, we can. So there's a ton of statistics that prove this. So
no, it's not.
There are.
You gonna say the wrong one. I'm gonna prove you wrong.
The wrong one.
Can we all pick one? Can we all just like pick one and take turns?
Oh, you want to do that? That's good. Go ahead. You know what? Go ahead, BBG. That'd be perfect time for you to talk. There you go.
Yeah. Because there are a few. I don't do stats, but I like books. So there are a couple that we could use that talk about men being bad. One that I'm reading right now is by this lady. Her name is Mary C. Lynn. It talks about women's liberation in the 20th century. So it's talking about women's liberation from like the early 1900s into I think the late 70s. And basically she talks about how women used to either unalive themselves or their husbands because of how much they hated marriage because a lot of the men were abusive. And then there's the one that I always use, The Subjection of Women by John Stuart Mill. He talks about pretty much how niggas aren't worth a doggone because even the lowest man on the totem pole still has the ability to be somebody's husband and waste a woman's time. Dang, where'd the other one go?
I got one too that I love quoting this one because this the one that Miss Rita be putting us on too. I love this one. So they did a study, and Rita, if you in the comments, you can let me know. I just want to make sure I don't misquote the study. So in the study, it basically proved that men are like if you're not into actually, like assaulting women, that you are a deviant. You are actually considered a deviant because it is so common. Like most men would SA a woman. So if you are a man that wouldn't SA a woman, you are considered the sexual deviant. That's crazy. And that was for college age men, right? There are tons of studies. There are tons of studies that point to men are not safe. Like most men aren't safe to be around for most women, and most men are also not safe for most children to be around, and most men are not safe for most men to be around. Right? It's really hilarious because Eric, I will ask you a question. I have a question for you. Have you ever heard the saying? It's not all men. I'm sorry. It's all men till it's no men, right? Oh, he muted up again. I gotta unmute him. There he goes.
Sorry about that. But yeah,
No, you good.
I hear that all the time.
Okay. It's all men till there's no men. Have you ever heard of this saying though that's way better? It's not all men, but it's always a man.
I heard that before.
Okay. That one is more the line, the train of thought that most women have about men, and it's the one that keeps women the safest. It's the one that, you know what? Fuck that. I won't talk about women. That's the one that keeps you and I the safest, right?
Okay.
As men, because the person that's most likely to harm you is a man. It ain't my wife. Look, this how crazy it is. This how crazy it is. Who is the person that is most likely to harm a woman?
Okay, let me say this.
Partner.
You said most a lot.
Hold on.
You said a lot.
Hold on, brother. Answer
Give me
that
a
question.
number.
No.
Give me a
Who is the
number.
person? Who is the person that is most likely to harm a woman?
The person that is most likely to harm a woman is a man who she's in a relationship with.
Okay, cool. Okay. Who is most likely to harm a man?
A man.
Exactly.
Okay.
It ain't all men, but it's always a man. That's what I'm trying to tell you, brother.
Always, most, those are all relative terms. Give me a number.
Always isn't relative. Always is definitive as fuck.
You're right. That's right. But give me a number that quantifies how many men commit violence against women.
Oh, this is not about violence.
96%.
Oh, okay. All right. Well.
That's not true. That is not accurate. I don't know where you got that from, but there's no statistic that says that 96% of men commit violence against women. That is not true.
But Eric, you're missing the point. It's not all men, but it's always a man. Like, have you ever been harmed by a man, Eric? Have you ever been in a fight?
I mean, I've been in a fight, yeah.
Right.
Okay. Now, how many men have you met in your entire life? Probably hundreds, probably thousands of men, right? So the percentage of harmful men in your life is like 0.1%.
Okay, but it's a question that you're not
But
asking.
he still rocked your jaw.
How many women have harmed me?
Not as many as men.
You sure?
Not as many men.
You want me to tell
Am
you?
I sure? Yes.
You want me to tell you?
1,000% positive.
Are we leaving? Are we saying this is only physical harm? Because
no, I'm not talking about just
exactly.
physical.
I'm not talking about just physical harm.
I can tell you some crazy stories.
They would be
crazy. Physical harm. Because if you're talking about just physical harm, then women can't hurt men.
I'm not talking about just physical.
But I'm talking about physical. So I wanted to state, because you're saying that I'm wrong, and you're saying, and why do you think that I'm wrong when I actually have pulled these statistics, and any other woman, and I can also see the comments, can pull the same. The reason why I didn't cut you off. Let me finish. If you go to the FBI Bureau statistics, 96% of assailants are men. We can look that up right now.
They've also debunked a few of those things when it comes to black criminal. No, another realm.
I'm not breaking up racial. We're not talking about racial dynamics. He said men. I'm stating the gender.
We're talking about gender.
We're not talking about race. We're talking about gender, and for the gender specific violent crimes, it's 96% of assailants are men. So when you asked for a number, I gave you a number, but because I'm a woman, you immediately wrote me off and said I was wrong.
Well,
so your own misogyny is showing. So your own sexism is showing.
I just think he don't want to believe it.
He doesn't want to believe it. And he doesn't understand comprehension or have a growth mindset to get new information and to move forward with the new information he would know.
I'm actually great at that, but I'm trying to make.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Eric. We're talking about Eric before you get defensive.
No, so on my point in asking that, because
damn, y'all quick with that mute button. God damn, let that nigga. Go ahead, B. Go ahead.
Comes to the FBI statistic, I'm only asking and questioning. Was it? Hold on for a second.
You was right for muting them, because I didn't know you was about to bring that race shit back up again.
I only questioned it because they have debunked a crime statistic that went against black people. That I guess the guy called it Charlie Kirk, because I saw a video about it. Charlie Kirk was
didn't debunk it. They didn't. Hold on. B. That's not a stat. That's a made up number that racist white people have been saying about black people.
No,
but
that's my point.
Hold on, B. B. Listen.
Can I get the statement?
No, you
Fucking
can't.
Christ. Can I get the statement out so I can
it's
hold on? Can I get
pointless.
hold on? I'm asking, can I get the statement out so I can be corrected? My God, let me get it out. Let me get it out.
I already know what you're saying. You're wrong. Why
You
do y'all not understand?
hold on.
I need for you to keep going. For you
Yes,
to know what you're
you
saying.
might not. You may know what I'm talking about, but we have other people who may not have heard the stat. So can I say the stat, please? Please, let me just say the stat.
15% of the population is responsible for 50% of the violent
That's
crimes.
not what I was gonna say.
That wasn't.
And then
That's what you
60%
started.
of black
That's
people are
not the stat I was
exonerated.
gonna say.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No,
There was a stat about 51% of all what is it, crime being black, but then there's another level of exonerations on the other end that they're not putting into consideration, which changes that number. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a number that
the 50% is wrong, B. The 50% was wrong from the beginning. It was never a stat. That's what I was trying to tell you. You were saying that these stats were debunked. They weren't. The numbers that B brought up were from the FBI directly. The number that Charlie Kirk brought up was made up. So he didn't bring up a stat. He just made up a number that he got from another racist white person. That got it from another racist white person. The stat that B brought up hasn't been debunked. That's what I was trying to. I already knew what you was about to say. It didn't make sense. Go ahead, Eric.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so the number that she was saying, the 96% of the 96% number, that can be true, but the number that we are looking for is what percentage of men, which is different from 96% of men committing crimes. It's a totally different number. It's a very small percentage of men who are committing these crimes, who are doing these wrongs against women. It's
Can I
not
ask you a question?
And it's different statistics. It's
Okay,
not
Eric,
the same number.
who does that help? Who does that help to differentiate, or to, like, who does that help for you to want to make sure what percentage specifically of men are committing the crime and being violent? Who does that help?
I think it helped, one, this whole debate. Two,
no, men or
helps
women?
men. Let me finish. Let me answer your question.
No.
I want you to answer it directly. Men or women? Who does it help?
I think it helped both.
Okay, so let me get the whole question out. How does it help women, the ones who are typically the target of these violent crimes, and men too, honestly? How does it help us to know, well, it's really 40% of the men that are committing the crime? If I don't know exactly who is in that 40%, how does that help me? Eric?
Hold on, we gotta unmute him. He might not know.
Okay, so let me get that down from 40% to a more realistic number.
I don't care if it's 5%. If I don't know who that 5% is, and that's Eric,
okay,
listen to me. I don't care if it's 0.01%. If that 0.01% is responsible for 92% of all the crime, and I don't know who belongs in that percentage, how does that help me?
How do that help you? Okay, so y'all gonna hate me for saying this, but I'm like I said, I'm not red pill.
So
I hate
you ain't got
red
nothing to
rhetoric.
lose.
I hate.
Just get to the point. We already hate you. You ain't got nothing to lose.
But a lot of women do date the same men. How do I know? Because I was that man. I had a lot of women, and I'm not a bad guy, but it's true. A lot of y'all do date the same men. So what I would suggest to y'all, since it's a very small minority of men who are bad, is
Hey Eric.
Yes, sir.
instead of stuttering over your words, how about you focus on being better? Since you're already talking about how you're not a good man, or you weren't.
I never said I'm not
and all
good.
this type of stuff. Why don't you worry about what you need to be doing better instead of trying to tell women what they need to be doing better? How about that? Because we've already
That was a question, right?
with society is men, and you've already said that several times that it is men. And even though you ain't had your shit right but a couple times, it's always been by a man. Why don't you focus on men and men's problems instead of telling women what men they need to be dating? Because you already said I was that guy. I dated a lot of women. I did this and I did, which I mean, we ain't got no
gotta tell the
evidence on
truth,
none of
right?
that. So
You gotta
at the
tell
end of
the
the day,
truth.
why don't you just be a better man? Why don't you work on that part?
Hey, Eric, my man has a question to ask you.
Yo, I was just confused as to why you care. Like, if, hit dogs holler, right? So I don't give a fuck if a woman is like, I don't want to be afraid that a man is going to beat me. Cool. I'm not going to beat a woman, so that means nothing to me. Why are you sticking up for the niggas that beat women? I guess is my
When I'm
question.
sticking up is so more women can be aware and how to spot these men out. Because like I said,
Okay. I'm sorry. How does that? Because now you're saying two separate things.
No, I'm not.
Because if their radar was already
trying to frame a
if
narrative.
their radar was already up for these men, and you're coming in saying no, it's even less men than you think, and you're trying to take that radar down. How then does that help them spot said men?
I don't think that's what he's
Okay,
doing.
I don't see how you don't understand
That's
that.
exactly what he
But
knows.
like I said before,
No,
let
let
me
Eric
just,
answer himself.
let me just
Don't
preface
blaze
this
over
by
it.
saying that it's true that some men have a lot of women, and
That wasn't his question, Eric.
Okay,
Focus. I'll ask it
you're
again
right.
for him. He said if women already have their guard up for most men, and you're telling them it's really not that many, so let your guard down a little bit, how are you trying to help them be better about spotting the bad men? Aren't you making their defenses worse?
I mean, I'm just trying to be real and tell the truth, man. Y'all trying to trip me up in my words and frame narratives about
No,
me.
it's just a
Going
very
off what you said,
Y'all, that's
dog.
what y'all
I'm
doing.
just literally going off what you said. I didn't put no words in
You
your
trying
mouth.
to trip me up in my words. I never abuse a woman. I don't call women out their
Nobody
name.
asked you that,
I
and I
don't
don't
lie to
believe you.
women. I do not do
I
that.
don't believe you.
I
You
think
lying,
by
you
telling the
lying,
truth,
hold on, but you lying
get
on,
more
but you
women.
lying, but you lying to women right now.
I'm not lying though. I'm telling the truth. People
No,
do
you not. Hold on,
like
you
the
started
truth,
off. Hold
man.
on, I'm gonna tell you, Eric. Nope, that's not true. You project. You started
I'm
off this
not.
I'm gonna tell you how. You started off this conversation by saying I'm anti-red pill. You're not. You're
I am.
you're
I hate
not.
that junk, boy.
You are.
I
Then
hate
why are you?
red
Hold on,
pill.
hold on. Then why are you repeating their talking points, all of them verbatim?
What talking points did I repeat?
Your whole premise.
No.
Yes.
That's not true.
It
Eric,
is.
No,
Eric.
I did
Well, here,
not
we'll
like
just say
red
one.
pill.
We'll just say one,
literally-
Eric.
Huh?
You're telling women what to look out for in men. Do you not think women know what the fuck to look for in men? How many men have you dated, Eric?
I don't think they do, to be honest
How
with
many
you.
men have you dated,
That's
Eric?
a great question.
That's
I don't
also
think
a red
women
pill
know
talking
what
point.
to look for.
That's
Because
also a red pill talking point.
I
That
don't
women
think
don't
most
know what to
women.
look for.
I
You're
do.
looking for men
I
named
mean,
Eric.
but let me
Eric,
explain what. Let me
Eric,
explain
please don't
what that.
explain.
Let
Please
me
don't explain.
explain.
Please don't
Let me
explain.
explain.
Please don't explain. Because
Okay,
I think
so
that you've done a good job in helping us spot what type of men to look
see,
out
that's why I
for.
like.
This is why I blocked you.
Can I say something?
Hold on. Y'all can go. Let me read. Let me read these. That girl Ames said, all men know a woman that's been raped by a man, but no man knows a rapist. How does that make sense? Because they be lying. Aquarius said, a lot of women date the same men, or are most men trash? The answer is most men are trash. The whole also, Eric, the whole argument of most women are dating the same man is also a red pill talking point that they literally got from incel boards where men were saying stupid stuff like 80% of men, 80% of women are attracted to 20% of men. That's literally where that came from. They got it from a OkCupid study
It's
from
a dating app. But
20 years ago. I know. They got it from OkCupid. OkCupid, it wasn't even a study, but they got it from OkCupid Analytics 20 years ago. And now they speak it and preach it as if it is the gospel. 80% of women. Then explain why 80% of men have been in relationships. If 80% of women only want 20% of men, then how the hell did your mangy ass get a date, Eric? B? Shit don't make no sense.
So in a new version of that study, I've heard this thing when it comes to the T app. The T app has done the same situation where there are
T app's not a dating app.
hold on. I didn't say it was a dating app. I said a similar thing was happening on the T app that was happening on the dating app.
What study? What study has been done on the T app?
I didn't say a study. I said a similar thing is happening on the same on the dating T app.
Are you on the T app?
Multiple things about the same man, basically. Like, duh, most men ain't only dated one person. So if a man is harmful to women, 9 times out of 10, he's been harmful to every woman he's dated. That doesn't mean, oh, all these women are just dating the same men.
I think I want to point out too, the way that we know that this is red pill and that is directly correlated. For what purpose do y'all be looking up these statistics? Because when you talk about the data, and maybe this is why statistics bother me. Because when you talk about the data of like who women are dating, who are the harmful men they're in relationships with, all of these things. What exactly are you using this information for? Because a lot of the things that I talk about come from the books that I read.
Hold on, what you say?
It was an argument against feminism. That's why when I came
why are you arguing against feminism?
If you're anti-red pill. And what is feminism?
Feminism is women fighting for their rights. They want equality, which I'm all
No.
for.
No.
It's not. What is it?
It's not. It's not.
What is it?
It's
feminism is specifically fighting for equality and equity. It's not a summary. You're not summarizing it because it's talking about equality and equity for everybody, for access to resources for everybody. And it's specifically correlated. I'm sorry, it's specifically related to dismantling patriarchal systems, which are harmful to men and to women.
And
it's not about women.
That's the thing about feminism. That's why I be telling men, why are you so against feminism when feminism is for you are.
I'm not. That's
why are you lying on it right now?
I'm saying I'm not. I'm saying I'm not.
Sir, Eric,
bro,
please.
come on.
I'm sorry. You cannot. You are saying one thing and doing something different. I'm listening to what you're saying.
No. Y'all are trying to frame what I'm saying to fit a narrative that y'all trying to push on me. I am not red pill.
You are
don't like red pill talking points. I hate it.
You just orange juice so you can take this medication, but you red pill.
I'm not.
Eric, you might not like as red pill as what comes across. You might not like, because there's racism in red pill too. You might hear those things and be like, oh yeah, that's not me. But you're like watered down red pill. You might not be black pill.
Listen to me,
but
what
you
I'm
got
saying.
those same things.
I'm
you got
40
those same
years
things.
old. I'm very aware of who I am as a man. I am anti-red pill. It's cruel. It's rude. I do not like it.
But you think because you say nicer, you're not red pill? Because you say it in a more nice way that you're not red pill? Because I'm telling you, you're not self-aware as a man. Because I'm telling you, you sound just like them. You're saying the same shit. You're just saying it in a roundabout way.
I'm not. What did I say?
He ain't even saying it.
I'm
not saying it in a direct way. He's saying it just like
he is. Yeah, you are actually saying it correctly. But when I say roundabout, I mean you're not saying it like you said as crudely as they may say it, but you're still saying it.
The operative word is but. Everything you said after but means nothing. Everything that you said before but is one thing, and the moment you said the word but, it all goes out the window.
I see where y'all getting confused. Me sticking up for good men and saying that most men are good is not red pill.
Most men are good.
It's a lie.
No. He didn't. That's not what he's. There was a difference. He was differentiating the two. He was saying there are two different sections of men. That's what he said. You're not hearing. That's how I know you're not listening.
Me saying that
y'all go together?
most men are good does not mean that I'm a red pill.
It's giving dating.
Why is the first thing y'all decide to do is go call someone gay? Like, why is that the first argument? Like,
because it's funny.
Oh, that's why. But it's not true.
Like, who cares if it's true? It's funny.
Got it.
He's going.
So that means we can't have a legitimate argument because you'd rather be funny.
We wasn't having a legitimate argument anyway. A legitimate argument is the exchanging of ideas, where you exchange some form of literary concept, something that you have studied, something that you are well versed and educated in, and then I share the same. we know that y'all don't have the range to have these conversations. So instead of trying to educate you on these ideas, it's much easier just to laugh at you niggas.
The part you're missing is he's not saying that he's agreeing with the men that are bad. He's saying there are enough good men to say that it's not most.
And
you
we're saying that he is the bad man. That's the part you're missing.
He's trying to say that there are bad men, but not most men are bad. There are good men out there.
Even if that's the case,
You're like framing it as most men are bad means women have to be cautious of every man when that's not necessarily true. Yes, there are a lot of bad men in the world. There are terrible,
even if
men in the
we were
world.
to use
That's
this
not
live
most.
right now as an example, if this were statistical data that we were gathering to figure out which men are bad and which men are not, especially because Pub walked away, most of the men in this live are bad. Most of the men on this panel is bad because if you got three men, two of them are pretty bad. One of them
and one's not great. And one's not great.
Tomato, potato. But I'm saying,
yeah.
Here's the thing. We know that the majority of the ones in this live are bad. What difference does it make? Like, I don't understand why it is men feel like they are cracking some code to women when every time y'all give us a list of all the red flags to look for and listen to in men, and then you become that thing or you are already that thing, we're supposed to go, oh, well, not you. You have the same talking points and you say it the same way and you do the same things and you have the same data, but not you.
Even if most men are good and we work under that assumption, we can just apply it to police as Black people. We can say, I can intellectually know that most cops are not going to kill me. Do I operate the same way for all cops off rip? And then am I pleasantly surprised when I walk away alive? Sure. Apply that to women and men. Sure, most men can be good. But those bad ones, why are we defending them?
No one's defending a bad man.
To have their guard up against them.
But you are though, because we're saying most men. But hold on, B. Most men. Oh, brother, that baby needs some attention. Most men are not good. Like the overwhelming amount of men that exist on the planet are not good, specifically to women. They're not. And if you're saying otherwise, then you are indeed defending bad men. That's how you're defending bad men. If you agree with me, then you're not. Then everything's good. We can end the conversation there, right? Bama, shenanigans, BBG, me, we're all saying that the vast majority of men are harmful to the vast majority of women. It really ain't that hard to understand. That's it. You're saying, no, they're not. Men are good and da-da-da-da-da. And we're all trying to figure out, where are you getting this from? Why are you saying this? That's it. That's where the discussion is coming from now.
Okay, so where I got it from is the National Institutes of Health. They've done research. The research is published. They found that 1% of men commit 63% of the violence. Now, the violence part, I can understand where y'all saying that, okay, it's not violence, but
you don't feel like that's a lot.
Let me talk. You cannot find me one statistic.
You don't feel like that's a lot.
You can 1% is not a lot.
63% of crime, though, you said 63% of violence. That's a lot of crime to be committing.
The only way
5 or 6 men.
Wrong number. It's only 1% of men.
That's the number. Hold on.
But y'all are saying that it's all men.
Eric. Y'all are saying that no, that's the number we're focusing on. The 1% and the 63% is stupid if you believe that. If you believe that, then you have to believe in the fucking tooth fairy. You have to believe in fucking Santa Claus. You have to believe that there is a being that can be in 20,000 places at one fucking time. Because 1% of men committing 63% of violent crimes is the same as Santa Claus flying all the way around the fucking world in the middle of the night and dropping off presents. That's how stupid that shit is. And you never read that study. You saw it on a fucking meme. What the fuck is you talking about? Stop lying.
1% is a very small number.
Eric.
63 ain't.
But listen, Eric, you're hyper focusing on the violent crime. You're not focusing on bad things in general. We're saying most men aren't good. And that doesn't include burglary and carjacking and unaliving. That also includes being disrespectful to other people. That includes not being empathetic to people. That includes
catcalling.
Yeah, that includes saying misogynistic shit. That includes saying racist stuff. That includes stealing from your coworkers or talking down to your children. That includes whooping on folks. That includes like all the men that whooped your ass. They're not violent offenders, but they still whooped your ass. That's the men we're talking about. We're talking about, and that's a large portion of men. And you said it yourself that you had a lot of women. That means you're a bad man. That's what that means. That means that you're in that group of what we're saying ain't shit men.
It doesn't. That's not true.
Yeah.
Wait, if you were so good, if you were so good, hold on, wait, Eric, if you were so good, hold on, wait. Are you married?
Am I married? No, sir.
Okay. Out of curiosity, if you were so good, why wouldn't one of them women stay with you?
Because I didn't want a relationship.
But you wanted to sleep with them?
No.
But you slept with them?
No. I stopped sleeping with them.
So you a virgin?
I'm not a virgin, no. But
so
if
you
it
slept
was,
with them.
let me talk. I'm finna see this. So when we start like having real conversations instead of y'all framing narratives, we can learn a lot of stuff. Okay, so the woman that I could really be with, I haven't slept with this girl in over a year because I know that I'm not ready, but she is. But if we sleep together, she's gonna catch feelings. So I said, you know what? Out of respect for her, I will not sleep with her.
Why would
put her on the phone?
It's not lying.
But also, why wouldn't you?
Y'all don't really try to talk.
Hold on, Eric. But why wouldn't you catch feelings? Because you can't feel.
I just told you I'm not ready.
He vaccinated.
You're 40.
I'm not, huh?
Because he's 40 don't mean he's never been in a relationship, bro. Like what?
My nigga, time out. Hold on, y'all. Pump the brakes. My nigga, you 40 fucking years old. You got kids?
No, sir.
Do you want them?
I don't know.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. He ain't got them yet, so I guess it's time.
Please don't pass your DNA on. Please don't pass it on.
Oh, man.
He's gonna be 60 after graduation to high school, man. You better not have no kids. I'm gonna talk so much trash.
That's if he have a baby in 2 years, though. If.
Yeah.
If.
So autism is caused by geriatric sperm. So let's not do that.
Hey, man, hold on. My baby got autism. I had my baby. I was 29. Geriatric. I guess it do start falling off at 30. So, but
yeah, that was a shot. I'm surprised you took that one. Wow.
That's all good. I know she don't mean it. She was just fucking with you.
Yeah, but that was a shot. That was an intentional shot at men. Like, oh, but you.
That wasn't an intentional shot.
Doesn't apply to you, and that's a shot, bro. But that's
stating data. So stating data is a shot because geriatric sperm does cause autism.
No, that's not. I agree with you.
But the studies that we have is that it does cause autism more than not.
Hold on,
I agree because a lot of nuance.
Wait a minute. Wait. Because I think the thing that we do have to distinguish is that it has the ability to increase the possibility of autism, and not that it causes it. I think that's where
two different things, and I knew that's why I don't even give. That's why I didn't take it. No,
but also, Eric, please don't waste nobody's time. She was correct. Please don't waste nobody's time giving them fish with no tails.
Hold on, wait. I gotta address this real quick. Tall J in the comments said, "Public, weren't you making fun of somebody getting unalived on a lie? Probably, and I would do it if you got unalived."
Hey,
if I found out tomorrow, they was like, you know that nigga Tall J got unalived, I'd be like, yeah, that nigga deserve me.
At least you'll stand on it.
I'm glad you side with your own argument that most men are bad, saying some shit like that.
I don't care nothing about it.
More people need to be Kurt.
Hey, all I know is this. Hold on. I ain't even saying no. I'm just telling you that at the end of the day, I know when I go, y'all gonna be like, oh, but he was a good man. No, you're not. You gonna be like, I hated that nigga. See, I told y'all gonna say the same shit. So you think I give a fuck? I don't give two fucks. I don't give two fucks. If I don't care about you in life, I don't care about you in under life. When it ain't life around, I don't give a fuck. I don't lie to nobody.
Somebody
BB
said,
hold on, wait. BB said him lying right now makes him a bad male. Facts. That's what we were trying to tell him. Nigel said, you're a red pillar, baby. Hold on. Nigel said, you're a red pillar, baby. This is your intervention. Aquarius said, these motherfuckers never study. They cliff note them at best. Really just mean knowledge at the end of the day.
They get it from other dudes.
They get it from other dudes.
From other red pill dudes.
That never read it.
And then by the time you get to the bottom of it, I am not lying. Nothing is more fun to me than actually reading the links that these dudes be putting in there. The best one was everybody's favorite, one of everybody's favorite TikTokers. A man goes by BBJ. I feel like the name is ironic, but he had posted a statistic, and the statistic was to a WordPress document. It was a WordPress site that, like, literally, it didn't even have a valid web address. It was literally like a WordPress site that somebody was actively working on. And it just had it literally just had a bunch of like statistics on it. Didn't say where it was from. I'm not even lying.
WordPress is like a digital notebook.
It is.
That's all it is.
Literally, it's like Wix.
Somebody reference their notes. Bad.
Literally, it was like a Wix website, and somebody was like putting the statistics on there, but there was no real link to the data. And like, that's the thing. That's the part how we know, especially when y'all start glitching and y'all like, no, but it's not all men. But see, it's only 1% of men. And then if we start to ask clarifying questions like, okay, if it's 1% of men committing 63% of the crime and it's 20% of men impregnating 80% of the women, why can't the other larger percentage of men literally stop this small number of men from causing extensive damage to the entire community? Because if 80% of men could stop the 20.
I'm gonna stop them.
I'm gonna stop them.
You scared?
Don't be one.
Stop them because you're part of them.
I mean,
yeah, don't be one.
I think he's more saying, how are we going to stop someone who's not always going to be honest about what their devious?
You see how? Watch it glitch, because that's exactly what women be saying. How are we supposed to stop them if we don't know which men they are and they're hiding in plain sight?
We can stop them by not choosing them, but y'all can't
help them pull out. Like, what am I supposed to do?
The way they ran head first into that fucking point. At this point, y'all gotta be this. That shit should have made you this.
Ta-da!
Really stop. Hold on, Eric. Really stop and think about what just happened. You just said, how are we supposed to stop them? Are you serious?
I mean, you can only stop what you know about. I put many a homeboy in place. So I've done my part.
I want to clear this up.
If I gotta put my homeboy in this place, doing some dumb shit, I've done my part. But I can only do so much about what I know. If I don't know, I don't know.
You're proving the point again.
Know every man.
What are women supposed to do?
You're proving the point again.
No, but he's
put many of your homies in place.
He's not saying that you shouldn't be afraid of women. He's saying
Hold on, B. So did you hear what Bama just said? How can you be putting many of your homies in place if only 1% of men are the problem?
Only one out of every 100 of your homies. So how
you
bad
ain't got
is
100 homies? You ain't got 100 homies.
You only fighting one.
You don't have to put 8 of them in
only fighting one. It's 10.
8 out of 9 is a crazy statistic.
Choose better. You mean to tell me you got multiple friends a part of the 1%?
I'm talking about over a lifetime, bro. It's over a lifetime. Over a lifetime.
In your lifetime, you couldn't beat one dude.
Hey,
if you guys are getting what's up?
It's not all men, but it's always a man.
No,
in your lifetime, you couldn't beat up one boy.
Hold on. It ain't all men, but it's always be homeboys.
Look, I'm gonna say it again. I do not like red pill dudes.
You can say that till you blue in the face. We don't believe you.
You just tell us you don't like yourself, and we already know that.
At the same time, it's possible to be anti-red pill and also believe that the majority of men are good. It's possible.
You can't. See, that's where you go wrong at. That's where you fucked up right there.
No.
See, that's where you fucked up at right
No,
there.
it's not.
You can't. You cannot.
Yes, you can.
Okay, Eric, let's use a real world example. You see my lack of melanin, okay? If I said, hey, Pug, hey, I'm not racist. I know I'm white, but I'm not racist. I know I got a rebel flag on my truck. I know that. I know I voted for Trump. I know I voted for, but I'm not. Y'all don't clip that. I didn't do that. I got a bigger hair shirt. I'm about that life.
So maybe
if
I'm
I did that, but Pug, hey, I'm not racist though. Okay, you believe me, right?
I wouldn't believe you.
Like,
I wouldn't believe you.
What did I say that was red pill?
Everything.
What didn't you say that was red pill? That's the easier list.
We're not gonna keep going through this.
Hold on. I got a question for you, Eric. I got a real life question for you, Eric. What if right now I pulled up red pill content creators saying exactly what you're saying verbatim? Would you believe that they were red pill? Would you believe that you're espousing the same shit that they're saying and you got it from them? Or would you still
you know, a broken clock, what they say is you know what I'm saying? So
that's you a broke clock.
You're crafty. You're crafty. I like that.
It's possible, but that does not mean that I believe I'm not red pill. I hate that stuff. I think it's hateful, just like I think feminism has gone from feminism and equality to kind of hateful.
When did it do
That's
that?
what I was saying. Like,
when did it do that? You hateful, Eric.
In the last 60 years, it's done that. Honestly, it has.
When
60 years.
Well, it has. I mean, he's not wrong. There are different waves of feminism. There are.
Oh, we know.
There are different
We're not gonna
ways
talk about the ways of feminism.
Which one
y'all
did it
can
go
barely
left?
spell the word.
But that was my
Let's get into it. Which one did it go
Let's
left?
not.
60 years ago, what wave of feminism were we in?
Yeah, what
They're
wave
so
of feminism are we
stupid.
currently on?
We are on the
I knew.
all men
Take
are
your
bad.
time.
Nah, wave.
Avoid men.
What
That's
wave?
not a wave.
Name the wave. What number wave are we on? What number wave are we on?
I don't know the number. I'm just telling you what they say.
You don't know
You don't know.
Exactly. So why are we even talking to you?
Maybe y'all don't know what the waves are.
We know Eric doesn't.
So educate me. What wave are we on?
Now we educating you. See how you went to red pill? See how easy? Do you know how often
Answer
we
the
do
question.
this?
Stop trying to attack him. Answer the question.
Do you know how often we do this?
Yeah, answer the question.
Eric, catch me
Answer
right
what
now. I'm not
question?
playing.
I
Cash at
can't
me right
help
now.
you. You're talking about a lexicon of ideas based on feminist thought, and you want us to give you the cliff notes. So once again, you can go to somebody else's live and do the same thing.
So
I can't educate you on the amount of information that I have related to feminism. We
can give
don't
us the
have
wave
that kind of
or
time. We don't have that kind of time. You brought up that 60 years ago, the wave of feminism that was happening 60 years ago was the one that was to our detriment, right? What was that one? That was a direct question.
I never said that.
I ain't
No,
talking to you, baby.
B said that. B said that. B said 60 years ago. So 60 years ago was
You defending Bay for no reason.
Hold on, wait. 60 years ago was
feminism has-
1965.
My statement was feminine has changed over the last 6 years.
Feminine or
On different
feminine?
Right.
waves.
When
And then
did
you
it
guys get into that.
change? That's what we said. When did it change?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
What
I'm
wave
not
of
going to act like I
feminism
know
was
all
that?
the waves. I just know that it's changed.
Time out.
There were different.
B, hold on, brother. The reason why that matters is how would you know that it has changed if you don't know when it changed?
Because I know where it started and I know where it is now.
Where did it start? Where did it start?
It started in the civil rights movement. So it's
It
not
did
the
not
same
start
thing
with the
as
civil
it is
rights
now.
movement.
No,
No, it did not.
It
No,
started.
you're about a couple
So it didn't
hundred
start
years
with
behind.
it didn't start with housewives and okay.
In the 60s?
You're a
First
couple hundred
wave-
years behind.
First wave feminism had people like Margaret Sanger in it. First wave feminism had Margaret Sanger in it. Margaret Sanger was not in the 1960s.
And feminism can be dated all the way back to the 1500s. Quite easily.
Okay, so is my statement
was-
incorrect that it has changed over the years? Is my statement incorrect?
No, but baby,
That's all I
real
said.
quick about your statement.
That's all I
though,
said.
About your statement, though, you said 60 odd years ago. So during the civil rights movement, it changed to a bad thing. And I would like
No,
you to
I never
understand
said.
that that's also
I never said
that's
that.
also a Charlie Kirk talking point.
This man said feminism started in the 60s.
He said that in the 60s everything got messed up because of the Civil Rights Movement and the Voting Act.
He did.
I don't listen to Charlie Kirk, so I
got
wouldn't know he said
detrimental
that.
about
No.
stuff.
But here's the thing, B. Because Charlie Kirk didn't come up with that, he got it from a racist white man. Hey man, I love your baby. She sounds super cute and fun. But Charlie Kirk got that from another racist white man, right? And you're repeating the thing that Charlie Kirk got from a racist white man that you never investigated, that you just heard from another racist white man, and now you repeating it up here with a bunch of black people. I know Bam up here too, but with a bunch of black people, you telling us, oh yeah, around the 60s. Like Bama just said, what else was going on in the 60s, fam? What else happened in 1965 specifically? What was happening in 1965? Can we put our heads together?
Black women, I can tell you that black women received their right to vote in 1965, unlike white women or any other specific suffragist that was fighting for women's rights. So even if you do want to talk about how something happened in the 60s that was detrimental to women, you must be talking about when black women got the right to vote. And I would love to know what's detrimental about women getting the right to vote.
Let me read this real quick. Nigel said, quick, somebody catch that goalpost. That motherfucker all around the world, Japan to Amsterdam.
What was that? The slippery guy from Family Guy. What was his name? The dude that was you can't catch me.
Oh no, I know, old man, yeah.
Yeah. The whistling.
Ashley said, not the Uber driver trying to give stats. Hold on, man.
It was lovely talking to y'all. I just want to say good night to everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and drop.
All right, B.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Have a good night. I missed the Uber driver. But anyways, though,
I got an easier question.
Go ahead.
Name, and this is for Eric and B. Name one modern feminist.
Ooh.
No, one modern black feminist.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be 100% honest. Like I said, I like to tell the truth.
Okay, good enough, Eric. Thanks. Go ahead, B.
I don't know.
Damn, that's such a good question.
Go ahead, B.
Jones.
Oh.
Lord God help us. Free us.
Wait, he trolling. He trolling.
I know.
Name one, and you didn't say I listened. I didn't say I listened to her. I know I've heard her say something online.
What makes Candace Owens? Hold on. What makes Candace Owens a feminist?
I randomly, I don't know. I've heard her say it in passing. I don't listen to her videos. I don't watch her.
Then why would you name her?
You just took a shot
thought of a black woman.
You just named a black woman.
Question, and I answered it according to what I knew.
You just said you don't watch her videos, so you don't know she's a feminist or
I've
not.
heard in passing her say that. I don't.
You know
watch
who
her video
black?
for
You know
content.
who else a black feminist be? Pearly things.
This point. Taylor Swift. My lash gonna fall off.
That nigga just named the first black woman that popped in his head. You was better off saying your mama. Like, I don't believe that. You should have said your mama. I'd have been like, all right, bet.
He said, That man said, Candace. And he was dead ass.
The worst example is Candace
He was
Owens.
dead
Just so you know. That's the worst one. Like literally the worst one you can name would have been Candace.
Did you say name the worst one, or did you say name one? What
name one? No, I'm saying she's not one. I'm saying she's not.
She's not one at all.
She's not one at all.
Okay.
You know what you could have named?
What?
You could have said Beyonce. Beyonce. You could have said Kamala Harris.
You could have said, that's what I say. You could say Harris, and that would have been like, all right. You know what I mean?
You say Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris isn't a feminist, but I wouldn't have really argued with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? We wouldn't have laughed at you.
Apparently, my guess was wrong. Like,
I like the answer.
My guess was wrong. I apologize for being
I like
wrong.
how you framed that. It was a guess. It was a guess. You're right.
You just did like Eric and said, I don't know.
Okay, I don't know. I apologize. Jesus.
Well, my
fucking
thing is,
That's
hold
so
on,
easy.
because I don't think that this is fair. Because earlier when I said that we was having a good time making fun of y'all, you said that we was having a dialogue or a conversation or whatever, and I said that that was an exchange of ideas based on the knowledge base that you have, and you said that you had the knowledge base. Now, I'm trying to figure out how we ended up here because you just guessed that Candace Owens of all people was a feminist, which tells me that you don't know absolutely anything about feminism.
At all.
At all.
I don't know anything about Candace Owens. I don't.
You know
I know
anything about feminism?
About feminism,
Those aren't
period.
connected.
If
Those aren't
you knew
connected.
anything about feminism, you would know for a fact that Candace Owens is not a
I got a
feminist.
question. I got a question. I got. Oh, wait. I got a BB. I got a question for you. Can you hate men and be a feminist?
Yeah.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't that be a thing?
All right.
That's not a thing.
That's a completely
Not-
different thing. There's a
That's-
word
is
for
it
that.
not?
That's a
Thank you.
misandrous.
Oh.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Now you
So,
get now.
so there's
now
no.
a woman,
So there's no crossover. None.
no,
okay.
a woman.
No.
There's no crossover at all.
If
So to
there
hate
is,
women
it's
and
me.
be you
I'm
can't
the
hate men
crossover.
and be a feminist.
If there's any crossover,
There's no crossover.
And I
Go
want to
ahead.
and I want to reword it. And I want to reword it
Cool.
to make sure we don't catch ourselves up, right. So what I'm saying is when we talk about hate, we're talking about like trying to actively oppress. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you like, because when we say like white people hate black people, you know what I'm saying? That leads to like active oppression of black people and marginalized people, right? When we say men hate women, that leads to active oppression of women. When I ask you, can you hate, i.e., want to see men be subjugated and oppressed, but simultaneously be a feminist? Is that a thing? Your answer is what?
I have seen videos where that is a thing.
Okay.
I'm saying
And
that
I
there
gave
may
them
be a
every ounce,
small.
y'all. Y'all
There
can't
may
say
be a
shit.
small. There may be
I
a
don't want to
small
hear
cross
nothing.
section. There is a small. There may be a small cross section, but I have seen videos where a woman is like, "I'm a feminist," but also is saying wild, crazy things about how
Then
men
you-
are the
you
worst thing in the
shouldn't
world.
be
and
able
they
to
hate
know
men.
Right now. So a woman saying wild, crazy things about men, I just do that because it's Tuesday. That's
true.
not what he described. He described wanting to see men be oppressed, like hating them to the point where you want to see them not have like rights in society. You want to see them harmed physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, in every way. It goes deeper than saying
Yeah,
crazy
that's-
things about men. That's easy to do because y'all are crazy ass people.
Saying crazy things about men is like what you would consider crazy would be like men should pay for all the dates.
They be like, that's crazy.
That's crazy. You should pay for all the dates. Yeah, you should pay for all the dates.
Hey,
You should pay
hey,
for all the
let's
dates.
tie back. Coffee and McDonald's ain't a date. What?
That's not a date. Oh, they saying crazy.
No.
These women just are out of control.
These women gold diggers. These gold diggers out here.
See, feminism ruined dating.
It's that 10th wave of feminism.
Men are a little bit grapey. What? You hate men? No, I just think y'all a little bit grapey.
I don't
Damn.
have a grape nothing. I
don't
don't even
trust-
eat grape.
I don't even eat
trust
grapes.
me.
I don't even eat her.
I don't trust me. Not all.
I bought you a
See?
$7 coffee, and I can't take them panty drawers off. You good man? This is bull. This is bullshit.
Let me slide.
$7 for a coffee.
Hey, tonight just said B must stand for blubbering.
Exactly.
Blathering.
Because you over here talking about feminism and your best guess of a modern feminist is Candace Owens. You don't ever need to utter the word feminism again. Read a book first.
You was better off saying your daughter that can't talk.
For real.
B
She's
said-
more of a feminist than Candace Owens.
B said we on B-wave feminism around here. They
Like,
we on
what?
B-wave.
And them always the ones complaining, don't know shit.
Tonight just said, now, I do hate y'all. Don't get me wrong. That's what I'm saying. See, that's different.
So clear that up.
That's why I wanted to make sure I differentiated between the two, because I don't got no problem with women hating me. I don't think nothing of it. That shit don't bother me
You
one
almost
bit.
got me there. You almost did. So you can't be a
Right, she took a long
feminist and
time to
hate
answer that
men?
question.
Well,
Shit.
I mean,
Nah.
technically, no.
Start sounding like the men.
I had to make sure I worded it properly because I say, hold on, let me make sure. We
Well, define hate because there's multiple definitions for the word.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to understand.
That's why I want to get to the bottom of it and make sure we was all on the same.
Because I hate you if I like bullying you? Maybe not.
No. Saying women. Look, when women say they hate men, it's coming from the place of the oppressor talking about what they hate is being the way that men treat. You know what I'm saying? That's how I interpret that. They don't really. If men didn't treat them like that, they wouldn't hate men. You know what I mean? Like so we have control of that as men. We can control the hate that we receive from women. But I don't. That's why I don't give a fuck if a woman be like, "Oh, I hate men." I'm like, cool. My wife don't like men either. She like me and she like her sons and she like a couple other men around, but she don't like just like all men. She don't trust men. She don't like men. Like what the hell? Them the best women. All the women is my friend. All the women that don't really like men don't really like. You said what you say, Shan?
Like, be for real, who really likes men like that?
I don't really like men.
Even like men.
I don't like men. I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? Like, is you serious? Because I don't really like men. Men is funny. Men, I'm not the biggest fan of.
You know what I mean? Like, if you ask anybody if they really think about, like, take out the men you're gonna automatically think of. Don't personalize. Mm-hmm. Do you like men?
No.
If you really sit and think about it.
No. I don't want to
have no redeeming qualities.
I don't want to go nowhere where there's a bunch of me, you know what I'm saying? Like very few places I want to go, knowing it's going to be nothing but men there. You dig what I'm saying? Like it's very like we're gonna play football. All right, cool. Let's go play football. Fine. But just in general, I don't want to go nowhere where there's mostly men. I'm like, I don't want to go there.
And look, the thing is, the men that don't like that, like B and the other dude up here, they also don't like that, but they just don't want to be by themselves. That's all. Because they're not hanging out with women, but they'll also talk smack on all the other people in the friend group. You know what I'm saying? They'll talk smack about every one of them. They'll be gossiping and hating and all that type of stuff, but that's all they got. So that being the case, it's like, well, that's all I got is the homies. You know what I mean? That's it.
Why that baby?
Men ain't lonely enough.
That baby come in cute coughing. Sirs, please. Let me answer these. They said, Ashley said 2 on Bama for the penny draws comment. And B said B needs to add his middle initials, AN. Damn, she called him a band. Damn, B, they on your top, man. Hey, but on some real shit, y'all, I got to dip, man. It's been real fun, and it's been fun for real.
All right.
I love y'all.
I'm gonna flip on live right quick for a little while.
Bet. Y'all go over and check out Bama, man. He gonna be on the live. Hey, shout out to everybody that joined the panel. Oh shit, hold on now. There we go. Shout out to everybody that joined the panel, man. Shout out to the best minds in the business. Shout out to the Tapper Shappers and Super Chatters, man. I love y'all for real. Everybody shared the live, liked the live. We got over 200,000 likes. We had a decent live tonight. They didn't restrict me early. They restricted me late. But I got around 500. I got to 500 viewers on TikTok, and they restricted me. So, you know, this shit probably would have been 1,000. We'd had 1,000 people in this motherfucker probably, but it's all good. We love it. We love it. We love it. How was the setup yesterday? What I thought it was. You want me to make it longer? I thought the long way was the better way. My bad, y'all. No Diddy. I thought the long way was the better way. Bama's on YouTube. Alabama fella on YouTube. I got y'all Mayana though when I go live, man.